Yo, Ross, what's up, man? What's good with you, brother?
It's good, man. Just here to separate the weak from the strong, man.
Pretty much. That this live is definitely gonna be separating the weak from the strong, and it's definitely gonna be keeping the foot on the fucking necks, man. We gotta talk about this media day workout, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, I waited until both media workouts were done. I'm sure you probably did the same. Um, I looked at the Terence Crawford media day workout only because I needed material to kind of clown him and laugh at him. And one thing that I saw that he said, and I said, "Oh, he's gonna get his ass fucking stopped." This Negro that's missing a few fucking screws had the nerve, rabbit ass nerve, to say "thug life." So you Tupac now? You Tupac now? Okay, I didn't know you was Tupac. Thug life? The fuck? So
Very
what we
much.
trying to say? You more thuggish than Errol Spence? That what you trying to say? You trying to say this fight is thug life? The fuck is he
Right.
talking about, man?
I ain't get that either. I guess he's trying to motivate himself or some shit. Yeah. I was like, he's trying to motivate himself. And he got the dude talking like how Muhammad Ali used to have.
hmm
Except for dude ain't coming up with no fire slogans. He just said what dude just said whatever, like shit that don't make no sense. Like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Dude, your fists are glaciers. Your fists are glaciers. No man can stop you. No man can stop you. Even when you had the braids, I was like, this nigga, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Like, it was hard for me to watch Terence Crawford's what's the name?
Media workout, media
Yeah,
day.
I had to keep going back and forth because dude was talking the whole time. He made it real hard to watch.
Yeah.
That shit didn't distract you, dude talking?
Well, you know what I saw that distracted me is how small Bud looked, man, in that white shirt. I said, "Oh, this nigga getting stopped." All I could think of, he's too light. I just
Right.
said, I can't wait to see what Earl Spence's media workout look like. Because when Earl Spence do media workout, he don't do it with no shirt on. He always do it with a shirt off. So I already know what's coming. I said, once you start seeing the lats, once you start seeing those latissimus dorsis pop out, what people don't understand is Earl Spence, every media workout, those lats start to come out. And the reason why those lats come out is a very big indicator that he's going to work you laterally, and is a very big indicator that he's coming to chop your body down. That's what them lats start coming out. That's an indicator that he's a body fucking puncher and he's coming to snatch your fucking body. And I saw the way he was hitting that heavy bag, and all I could hear was the heavy bag going. When I heard that shit, I said, "Oh, Bud is fucked." That's all I
Yeah,
told myself. He's fucked.
that shit crazy, man. Cause I'm watching Bud shit, and I didn't notice he looked small. But one other thing I noticed was it's because we know the way he fights. Because we never looked at Floyd and said Floyd looked small, even though Floyd was a small man, and he might have probably getting ready to fight Cotto or getting ready to fight Maidana, somebody who comes in 25 pounds heavier than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
We never looked at Floyd and be like, man, Floyd looks small, like when he was working out, because
Yep.
we knew like he had the boxing knowledge and he had the skill to overcome that stature.
Yep.
But we know Bud Crawford doesn't. And that's why he looks
Yep.
so small. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like, what is he gonna do? Because he don't have the boxing knowledge to compensate for that lack of stature. So what is he gonna do besides fucking get stopped?
Exactly.
That's the reason why I made a community post and I made these. And I got a couple of videos in the atmosphere asking everybody what round Errol Spence is gonna get stopped. And to my surprise,
You
these
mean what
these
round Terrence Crawford gonna get stopped?
right. These videos are getting bombastic with answers. Terence Crawford's gonna get stopped in the 8th round, in the 10th round.
Yep.
People, they're not asking is he even gonna win. They're asking when he's gonna get stopped.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the
Because
strategy is working.
they know this nigga gonna get stopped. And you know what? You know who created that standard? Us.
Right.
You know who made everybody definitive 8 days out? These lives.
Right.
You know who made everybody get on the wave where everybody's confident again? Us. Because let's be honest, motherfuckers was on that 50-50 bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't get on these lives and say we're going to come and do this shit every fucking week, if we didn't sit here and say that we're going to apply unlimited pressure, if we didn't sit here and say that we're going to separate the weak from the strong, if we didn't sit here and say we're going to keep the foot on the fucking necks, y'all would have sat here and be like, I don't know. I think Spence gonna win the fight. I think Crawford gonna win the fight. It's 50-50. But we definitively said, nah, Terence Crawford too light in the ass. He gonna get stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And now niggas are like, oh yeah, Terence Crawford gonna get stopped.
They would have still been on that champ side 50-50 shit.
Yep.
They'd have still been on that contender regime 50, or they at worst they would have been on that showbiz the adult shit. One day Errol Spence gonna win, the other day Terence Crawford gonna win, and going back and forth, flip flopping.
Yep.
We was the ones that and Real Marlo TV, because he's been saying the same shit from the gate. I don't remember him ever saying it was gonna be 50-50.
Yep.
We were the ones that spearheaded this. Nah, you got to pick a side.
Exactly.
You got to pick a side. What you mean 50-50? No fight is 50-50.
Exactly.
No fight 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think gonna win? You can have an opinion, but that's a woman's mentality. Because a woman don't never want to side with the wrong people.
Yep.
So they'll always play vague and shit. They'll be vague, and then they'll try to see who they can nudge forward to take the brunt of the shit.
Yep.
And not only do black women, but feminine black men in the workspace say like that too. They'll all have a problem with the boss. Then they'll try to go to the outspoken person and try to get him to say the shit they want to say. And then when air all falls down, they'll play vague, like, there's some issues, but not that big. He overreacted. That's a feminine point of view, because now they don't want to side against power openly.
Yep.
Behind the closed scenes, and that's the problem. A lot of these niggas ain't really cool with Bud. A lot of these niggas are cool with Bud. A lot of these niggas think Bud really gonna win, but they don't want to say Bud gonna win because they cool with Errol Spence. They don't want to just be a man and say what you feel. So you got this 50-50 shit. Or you got this one day, man, I see how Terence Crawford can win one day. Then the next day, I really see how Errol Spence can win. Come on, man. That's not even how men think.
Exactly.
No, man. You got your mindset. You got your rationale behind your mindset. That's it. You shouldn't be flapping and flipping back and forth.
Pick a fucking side, man, and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Be men and women with confidence, purpose, and abundance mindset. And double down on that bad boy with confidence and fortitude, man. We don't have, this generation lacks that, man. These people nowadays, with this participation award era, with this prisoner of the moment era, with this 50-50 nonsense, people don't have the confidence to just lay on something and say, you know what? This is absolutely resolute. This is the position that I'm standing on. I'm standing on what's tried and what's true. People don't do that shit no more. And that's why we have people go back and forth. And what they don't realize is when you could easily fall on a boxer, a celebrity person, you could easily fall on a namesake that says it, those people have affiliation to both sides. So those people are going to say, well, I'm going to pick this side and I'm going to pick that side because I'm friends with this side and that side. And now you're hedging your bet based on them telling you, because they're friends with both sides, that it's 50-50. And honestly, that's what it's been. It's been 50-50. If I was, like I said, if I was from Texas, it'd be sacrilegious for me to not be definitive when it comes to Errol Spence. Like, I would tell people, remove me from Texas. Like, what the fuck? I'm from Texas. I'm riding Texas. This Texas. That's what niggas say. This Texas. That's how they talk.
Right.
But I'm sitting here hedging my bets and I'm from Texas. So what you're basically saying is that you're not from where you from, because where you from has indoctrinated you to be absolute and resolute. Where you're indoctrinated from has taught you that. And if you can't even be that, then you shouldn't even be there no more. You should go where niggas are 50-50. Go to New York. You
Right.
sound like a New York nigga. Go to New York. Be 50-50 over there and be done with it.
I'll see if there's some tangible evidence and you're better. So you're betting on you're not betting with pride, you're betting with logic. But it's not even tangible evidence that Bud Crawford could beat Errol Spence. And most people are betting. They're just really asking you to pick how you feel. And some people are so afraid to say what they actually feel. It's a problem. I have no problem with people who actually feel like Bud Crawford could beat Errol Spence. I don't give a fuck where they're from. But if you think Errol Spence will win, but you're afraid to say so because you're afraid to be wrong, I have an issue with that.
Yeah,
Why are you afraid to be wrong? People are wrong every day. You're afraid to say how you
exactly.
truly feel about something just in case you're wrong? That's a LeBron James mentality.
That's a
I'm
Terence
afraid. I'm
Crawford
afraid.
mentality.
I'm afraid to take this shot because what if I miss? Ain't you the best player on the team? Why the fuck you passing the ball? And
Exactly.
it's 3 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So nah. So yeah, that's a Crawford mentality. That's a LeBron James mentality. That's a weak mentality, man. You scared to pull the trigger on something because you're afraid if you miss. What if you run?
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you said that, because the bottom line and the truth behind it is that's exactly what it is. Motherfuckers are just scared, man, and they don't want to make a pick. But
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting you said that. We know the obvious fence straddlers. See, we can't be dragons slaying if we're not slaying as dragons. We know the obvious fence straddlers. The obvious fence straddlers are Blue Blood Sports TV, Showbiz the Adult. We know the obvious fence straddlers. Those guys are obvious. But it's the covert fence straddlers that it's shocking, but it's not shocking because we know that's how boxing fans think. The contender regime boxing, a covert 50-50. The champ side, covert 50-50. Why are you hedging your bet on both sides? If I'm contender regime boxing, I was in his position and I'm from Texas, it's very clear that I'm picking Errol Spence. Terence Crawford is an afterthought in my brain. I'm not sitting here saying you got to be like me and say it's a complete wash. No, you don't need to sound like that. But there has to be a definitive with you in terms of we should know based on your content that Earl Spence is beating Terence Crawford. Not know Terence Crawford's a dangerous fighter and da 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 da. If I'm from Texas, niggas I knew from Texas when I was in the service, niggas that was from Dallas, niggas that was from Houston, they don't sound like contender regime. Contender regime sound like a new generation Texas. Because the Texas that I know, these niggas bleed Texas. They ride Texas. This Texas, that's how they talk. Already, stay ready. That's how they talk. And they like, ain't nobody fucking with Texas. That's how they talk. So in their minds, they're absolute, they're resolute. There's not gonna be this, this other side. Fuck the other side. The other side don't even matter. They don't even see the other side. And I'm shocked. Guys like Champside that's supposedly supposed to be interviewing Earl Spence all the damn time. But really, when you interview somebody and you really see how people are moving, you could kind of tell who people are picking. I believe Champside is a Terence Crawford fan that is now becoming a Jerron Ennis fan because the way he talks about those guys. He talks about those guys in very fanboyish ways and in very much ways to where it gives you this inclination that if you're really paying attention, that Earl Spence is just being used as a namesake to push the thumb and push the needle. This is what a lot of guys are doing. They're using Earl Spence to move the goalposts because they know you cannot mention boxing without not mentioning Earl Spence's name. So they're using his name as the goalpost, but in all essence and all reality, they're not really Spence fans like that. And I know this to be true because um, I've had periods and times where I've gone live with Contender Regime, and I've heard him talk about Jamel Charlo in higher regard than Errol Spence. But how are you talking about Jermell Charlo in higher regards than Errol Spence when Jermell Charlo has to wear a vest to spar against Spence? Spence don't wear no fucking vest to spar Jermell Charlo. Did you know that? I don't even know if you knew that, contender regime, that Jermell Charlo has to wear a fucking vest to spar Spence. That's why he's not even sparring Spence no more. Because Spence has been punishing him. The very first time that they fought, he damn near felt like his damn liver spleen was about to be fucking split fighting against Errol Spence. He's never fought against a guy like that. I know Errol Spence, if he fights Jermell Charlo, he'll break his ass down and beat the shit out of him. Because if one nigga got to wear a vest to fight a nigga and the other nigga don't need to wear a vest, he's just wearing headgear, do the fucking math. Somebody's getting their ass whooped. And somebody's just sitting there and having fun and sparring.
Exactly.
But you got your mouth said Jermell Charlo was better than Spence. You even promoting, and now you're showcasing yourself as a boxing casual because you're promoting Jermell Charlo versus Canelo. And you said if Jermell wins, Jermell is the best fighter. How the fuck he's the best fighter when nobody's winning belts? Now you sounded like a boxing casual because it's undisputed versus supposed undisputed, but it's two guys that are undisputed at different weight classes. Who walks out with a belt?
Right.
Like niggas are really talking like boxing casuals now.
Well,
real undisputed is Spence versus Crawford because it's two guys in the same fucking weight class. And it's a real undisputed because Errol Spence did everything that he had to earn it. So the winner of Spence versus Crawford is the true pound for pound number one fighter. No other fight this year will compare to Spence versus Crawford. So when I hear motherfuckers saying dumb shit like that, you sound like a boxing casual.
Well, the way they're doing it is apparently Canelo can't win Jermell Charlo's belts, but Jermell Charlo can win Canelo's belts. But that's just for smoke and mirrors. Because can Jermell Charlo actually win Canelo's belts if he never fought at 168?
Exactly.
Can he even win this fight? So you see how Canelo said he'll never fight at 168 or 160 again. Now he's back fighting at 160 again.
Yeah,
as a middleweight again, but he's not fighting against actual middleweights. Now he's fighting against a 154 pounder.
Yep.
But he just told Beagle, I'm not fighting at 168.
Yep.
Why you won't fight Beagle at 168?
Exactly.
But he can fight somebody who never fought at 168 at 168. This is
Shit
not a real
no
fight.
sense.
This is not a real fight. If anybody accepts this as a real fight, they're what I call prisoner of the moment horrors.
Yep.
They all they care about is their content. We're gonna be able to make content off this. No, I would much rather be able to make less content off the Bivol Canelo fight at 168 than to make content on a fight that's not even a real fight.
Exactly.
I don't see Jermell Charlo lasting no longer than 7-8 rounds max.
I did a short, and the shorts is doing numbers now. It's starting to pick up. Niggas was hating on it first, but now it's picking up. If you go back and look at the shorts where Jermell Charlo is sparring with this dude that's simulating Canelo Alvarez, the dude is hitting Jermell Charlo with shots that Canelo Alvarez, once he hits Jermell Charlo's going down. Yeah. I sat there and said, okay, that right there is going to get him stopped. That right there is going to get him stopped. That right there is going to get him stopped. Because niggas don't do film study. Niggas don't sit there and actually sit there and break down the simple boxing science round after round. If you watch me and Ross cover a fight, you can hear Ross round by round telling you where a shot is being thrown and where it's being placed. And then when they go and rewind it and slow it down, you see exactly where the shot was thrown in place. Niggas are not breaking this shit down like that. They're just going off of what they hear other people say. I just told you guys in the shorts, I pointed to you every shot that Canelo is going to be able to land on Jermell Charlo and knock Jermell Charlo out with. Because Jermell Charlo is front foot dominant. He is not a back foot fighter. And against Canelo, he has to fight on the back foot because he's not the bigger guy. He has to box on his fucking toes. And Jermell doesn't know how to box on his toes. That's why he's going to get knocked the fuck out.
Right.
It's really simple math. If you know boxing, you know this. This ain't even about, oh, I'm rooting for my own. I'm not going to root for my own at the jeopardy of being a dodo head, at the jeopardy of being stupid. I know what makes sense and what don't make sense. And what don't make sense is you're fighting a guy that is 168 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You are a 154 pounder, let alone you've never fought at 160. How can you guys seriously think Jamel Charlo has even a fucking puncher's chance in this fight? He fucking doesn't, man. I'm sorry. Canelo's already been hit by bigger motherfuckers, stronger motherfuckers, and Canelo has not shown that he can fall. The only person who could drop Canelo, there's only two fighters, well, actually four fighters that can drop Canelo. Bivol could have dropped Canelo, but Bivol was like, I'm boxing him, so I'm gonna keep boxing him. Arthur Beterbiev can drop Canelo. That's why Canelo runs away from him. That 175 pounder could knock his ass out because he got real fucking power. David Benavidez can knock out Canelo because David Benavidez got real fucking power. Jamal Charlo can knock out Big Charlo. Maul Charlo can knock out Canelo because he has power. But Mel does not have the power that Maul has. Mel's like a venomous viper. He hits you with strikes of punches, but he has to throw a lot of punches to be able to do something. But here's the problem. Jamel Charlo, every time he keeps throwing fucking punches and he keeps coming in, he keeps launching in with his fucking head. He's a front foot fighter that makes a lot of fucking mistakes. Of course, EJ88 gonna sound right. That nigga's like me, he's from Florida. See, us Florida niggas, we be sounding right, man. So of course, I expect that from you, EJ88. You know what time it is, man. You got your head on a fucking swivel, bro. You said Jamel's definitely cashing out. It's a stupid ass fight. I keep telling everybody, Ross keeps telling everybody, if you guys pay attention to the platform, you'll listen. This fight right here doesn't move nothing. Let me tell you what this fight is. This fight is female nature 1,000%. Female nature moves the goalposts. That's what this fight does. It moves the goalposts in boxing. It doesn't accomplish shit. And a lot of these manginas, a lot of these beta males think this fight means something. I even had to go on that podcast Pivot, and I'm getting a lot of comments when I told the guy who they supposedly said is the boxing genius, and he's trying to explain how this fight is relevant and it's gonna mean something to boxing. I had to clown him. I said, "You're a fucking boxing casual," because nobody walks out with a belt here. How you have a 154 pounder fighting a 168 pounder? If you notice, nobody's saying they're putting the belts on the line. There's a reason for that, because this fight right here is what you call what they call that shit, a stay fucking busy fight, and it's also a fight where it's like a you know how they got these celebrity fights or these clown fest fights. It's got that.
It's a spectacle.
It's a fucking spectacle. There you go.
Hey,
that's the proper
word. I got one question I want to ask the chat right now. What round is Errol Spence Jr. knocking out Terence Crawford? That's all I want to know. What round?
There you go.
That's all I want to know.
Anything inside of 10.
Yep. No later than the 10th round I got. But yeah, it's more of a spectacle fight. And on paper, no one knows anything. But there's been rumors that Canelo's putting his shit up. But can Canelo really put his shit up against somebody who never fought? On the real, 10th round, 5th round, 9th round. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Keep the comments coming in. Keep them coming in.
And also go to Tom Ross's community post where he addressed that, what round it is, and put those rounds in there. And also go to me sharing his community post on my community post talking about that shit as well too, and put that there as well. But the bottom line is, going back to what Ross was saying, because I'm glad he asked that fucking question, because now it's being very fucking clear, thanks to thanks to Tom Ross, y'all motherfuckers are back to the definitive side of seeing shit, and motherfuckers now know Errol Spence gonna stop Terence Crawford, because guess what? Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia. You know, I'm getting a lot of negativity. I got people saying they want to shoot me in the head because I said that. I'm like, he knows his back. If he's getting that level of comment, he's getting back. Shoot me in the head because I said what? Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia? Yeah, he is the fucking black Mikey Garcia. He's going to get punished. This nigga's going to get officially retired. And I will say it again because I'm definitive. If niggas from Texas can't be definitive about Errol Spence, I'm going to have to be definitive for them. And I'm from fucking Florida. Fuck it. Ross is from Chicago. He going to have to be definitive. If you from that state and you can't be definitive about your own fucking fighter, we're going to be definitive about him for you. Fuck that. Errol Spence is going to stop Terence Crawford. That is the definitive position that we have. We're tired. And see, what people got to understand, the forecast of 50-50, people are starting to get tired of that shit. The tides are starting to turn. And we know this because when you mention Showbiz the Adult, you mentioned Blue Blood Sports TV, they guys have so many subscribers, but they don't have no respect in the boxing world. Niggas are out their mouth saying these are fence straddlers. These are 50-50 motherfuckers. I told you guys, I've been trying to teach you guys about fence straddlers and 50-50. You don't want to be attached to that shit because nobody respects you. It's good to always be on your shield. That's why I always say pick. Make a pick. Win, lose, or draw, make a pick. That's what real men do. Grab your fucking nutsacks, make a fucking pick. At the end of the day, if you lose, hey, you can man up and say, you know what? I stood on my fucking shield. And if you win, you can sit there and pump your chest and say, yeah, I got it right. But you stood on fucking something.
Right. Choose one side and stay on it, man. So many motherfuckers I'm starting to see, and they do this. Some of them, they're if you ask me, they're all like this. They're all back and forth, fake ass motherfuckers. But the reason why they do it so heavily is because they get so much views by it. And people don't call them out. People just be thirsty to hear their fighter. When you hear a Boston content creator say one fighter gonna win one day, and then the very next day or the very next video said another fight gonna win, why are you so happy they finally said your fighter's name and not calling them out and saying, hold on, man. Just yesterday you said this guy was gonna win. And not 8 hours later, you saying this guy gonna win. This is a fugazi ass platform I ain't fucking with. How can you fuck with a platform that keep going back and forth like that? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. 8 round stop is about easy. That's what I'm saying. Keep those fucking comments coming. You know what I'm saying? What you say about
the bottom line is when it's all said and done, we have to look at the reality of this shit. And the reality is, and salute to everyone that showed up and showed out. Thank you for saying these betas have no backbone. These motherfuckers don't have no fucking backbone, man. And I'm tired of it. And the covert content creators, they're starting to get called out now. See, me and Ross, we're dragons. Our job as dragons, we said that in the first live stream. We had that powwow afterward. We said, man, we dragons. We got to start slaying like dragons. So we're going to start slaying. Even if you're a friend, if you doing that 50-50 shit, we got to slay you like a fucking dragon. These covert 50-50 motherfuckers, y'all got to start calling them out. Now, y'all got to start going to Champ Side channel. You got to start going to Contender Regime channel and say, what position do you motherfuckers stand on? Because we already know about the obvious 50-50s. You guys have been covert for years. You've been operating under the storm of the open 50-50 motherfuckers. Call them out. Contender, you from Texas. We know in Texas it's sacrilegious to not be definitive and absolute and resolute. Why are you talking so good about Terence Crawford? Niggas from Texas don't do shit like that. Niggas from Texas say this Texas. So what's up? Are you low-key a Terence Crawford fan? Like, call these niggas out on that shit. Champ Side talking so well about fucking Boots because I can already see through these guys' gimmick. The reason why he's doing that is because he's really a Boots fan and he wants Boots to fight Errol Spence. I remember I did a video one time where I said Boots ain't ready for Errol Spence. Ain't fucking ready. And he turned around and said, why niggas dropping content and Boots need to wait? Why he can't fight Spence? Because he's not ready and he didn't do the fucking work. When you hear niggas start talking like that, that means they're a fan of the fighter. And what it tells me is they're a fan of Terence Crawford too. Because didn't Terence Crawford say, I see myself in Boots? And I was trying to tell motherfuckers, Boots is a bigger Terence Crawford. Once y'all see what Errol Spence do to Terence Crawford on July 29th, you really don't need to see Spence versus Boots because it's just a reenactment of the same bullshit.
Let me check something right quick.
Go ahead.
Terence Crawford isn't coming up to 147. Terence Crawford been at 147 for the last 3 years? 4 years?
He's been there since 2018. 5 fucking years.
So what are we talking about? So now we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna say Terence Crawford's only losing because he's moving up. Errol Spence moved up to 147. Floyd Mayweather moved up to 147 and 154 and never took a loss. Him moving up has nothing to do with it. Errol Spence could actually be the one moving up to fight Terence Crawford, and Errol Spence will still win.
Facts.
Errol Spence is just a better fighter. So let me check.
Yep.
No
And
excuses on side.
and when niggas running with the stupid narrative saying Earl Spence look drained, need to drop 10 more pounds. First of all, when you make weight every fight and you look good making weight every fight, see the problem is people are not used to seeing all of these muscles, and they're not used to seeing a guy that has a huge latissimus dorsi, and they're seeing Terence Crawford look drain and light in the ass. So you know what they got to do? They got to say the big motherfucker is too big, so he looks weight drained, because the other motherfucker looks smaller. I saw Terence Crawford. There's a reason why Terence Crawford did not take off his shirt. He's not confident. This is a media day. This is a time for you to show off. This is the time for you to show up and show out. When Floyd does media days, Floyd is showing up and showing out on the rope, on the jump rope. He's sitting there going, he's laughing. He's looking at you punching while he's hitting the mitts. This is the time for you to show off. Earl the True Spence is showing off. Here's what Crawford looked bewildered. He looked insecure. He looked scared. And he had to go as far as to say thug life. Really? D, really? Are you Tupac? I was scratching my head like, damn, did Tupac come back from life? Because I know your ass ain't Tupac. Thug life. What the fuck? And you saying thug life to a nigga. You saying thug life to a nigga that's about that life? Okay. All right.
Yeah, and Errol Spence don't have to lose any more weight. I can look at him and tell he's at the weight already.
Pretty much.
The problem is y'all don't understand boxing and don't watch it. You look at it, but you don't watch it. You don't observe anything. Errol Spence already at 140. You can look at him and tell.
Yep.
He's already at 147. That's how he, you know what I'm saying? And he's not weight drained. When he fought against Mikey Garcia, he was weight drained.
Yeah.
He was weight drained now. He ain't weight drained now. Y'all hope. You know what people are saying? They're saying what they hope.
Yep.
Because they know Crawford can't beat Errol Spence unless he is weight drained.
Yep.
He can't beat Errol Spence unless Errol Spence is hurt from the car accident. All these things they're projecting, they're hoping, because that's the only way Crawford has a chance.
Because they can't just say Crawford's gonna beat Errol Spence because he's better. They can't say that.
They know that.
They got to use all these excuses, man. We see right through your bullshit. You guys are the definition of Terence Crawford Bud Man fans, because Terence Crawford's doing the same thing too. He's using every excuse. That's why Terence Crawford, anytime you have to repeat a strong man's position, you are in a weak man's position. When he sat there and said, well, Errol Spence and them think that they're going to underestimate me. First and foremost, when you're a strong man, you never repeat another strong man's position because you're your own strong man. When you basically hear comments about a strong man, you're like, man, fuck what he got to say. I'm going to do me. I don't give a fuck what he got going on. I'm doing what I got to do over here. That's what another strong man does. But when you have to repeat what a strong man's position is, just to say, well, he better not underestimate me. You already in the weak man's position. You've already lost the battle before you stepped into a war. But a lot of you guys don't understand psychological warfare. Y'all don't get it. So y'all never understand how this shit works. So when Terence Crawford sat there and said in All Access episode 2, and y'all missed it, he said, I've envisioned myself losing. I've thought about it. Once he said that, he's already thought about it. It's already in the mind. He's already telling you he's gonna fucking lose. Errol Spence don't talk like that. Errol Spence never say I'm gonna lose. Errol Spence said one side ass whipping. I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Well, people don't realize the only reason why Terence Crawford even taking this fight now is because he was built up his whole time to take this fight.
Facts.
This is what Bob Arum does. Bob Arum has a fighter who's really smoking mirrors, and wherever's the top guy at PBC, he builds them up to be that guy's rival.
Facts.
That guy beat somebody, Bob Arum hurry up to make the fight while that guy just took a loss, so his fighter could beat him too.
Yep.
That automatically makes people start comparing the two, even though it's easy to beat a fighter after he's already been beaten. Very easy, right?
Yep.
So that's how Bob Arum built him up. So he has to take this fight because his fan base won't let him live if he don't take the fight.
Yep.
Boston won't let him live if he don't take the fight. Terence Crawford has been trying to push this cup forever. He did not want this cup, man. He did not want this smoke. He never wanted to fight Errol Spence, and he went to Bob Arum thinking Bob Arum was going to keep that fight from happening because Bob Arum and Al Heyman don't do business, so they say, but they do business.
Exactly.
They do business on the huge fights. They do business. And he knew he was the next on the chopping block. He had to go take this huge fight. That's all of a sudden he started having problems with Bob Arum.
Yeah, because he knew Bob Arum was about to get the fight going.
Bob Arum been fucking you your whole career. Now all of a sudden you got a problem with Bob Arum because you didn't want to take the fight.
Yep.
You go rogue and you go on your own and you take a fight with Black Prime. They're not even a boxing corporation no more.
Yep.
They shit the bed after their first event.
Yep.
Because you didn't want to take that fight. And you was hoping within that time you did that you would have exhausted Errol Spence. Errol Spence would be like, man, you know what, fuck this dude. And then you could get on your soapbox and say, he ducked me.
Yep.
He ducked me. That's what they wanted.
Yep.
That's what they wanted. Bud Crawford never won this fight. If it wasn't for Errol Spence's fight, wouldn't be being made right now. Errol Spence taking less money than he deserves, and he's staying around to fight Bud Crawford when he's supposed to be at 154. Because Bud Crawford, let's be honest, when it comes to real smoke, he is a coward. Just think about it. Bud Crawford has never fought anybody that was really of a threat.
Mm-hmm.
They look good against him, but he ain't fought nobody that Errol Spence wouldn't walk right through.
Yep.
Think about it. Everybody that Bud Crawford struggled against, Errol Spence will walk through.
Yep.
They never.
And even the fighters that Errol Spence softened up and basically pre-retired for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford still looked lackluster against those guys. He still didn't even look thunderous. This is why I said Jerome Boutennis is a younger version of Terence Crawford because it's the same shit. He's fought. Jerome Boutennis fought. What's his name? Chris Van Heeten. Errol Spence damn near softened him up and properly retired him. And then he turned around and basically had a draw with that motherfucker. Like, these guys are overrated. I've been saying this before. As you see the competition goes up with Jaron Ennis is starting to get more and more exposed. As you see the competition started going up with Terence Crawford started getting more and more exposed. As you see the competition start going up for Devin Haney started getting more and more exposed. Some of these fighters are just survival level boxers, man. They're not really what you guys think they are. They're smoke and fucking mirrors.
Don't donate to the super chat. Send it to the Cash App.
Yes. Yes, we got it right there up under the banner, man. Right there. It says donate to motivate. It says HeKnowsEverything's Cash App is money sign, that heat and that fire. And Tom Ross TV's Venmo is at Thomas-Ross-43. I mean, it's right there. And then we say super chats are welcome too, but that's a last resort. We don't want that. Because right now, super chats, we can't get super chats because both of our channels are demonetized right now.
Yeah,
so you guys have to send it to our Cash Apps and you got to send it to our Venmos.
So going forward, we got to take that super chat out.
Yes.
Yeah, Crawford is definitely going to get KO'd by Errol Spence, and I'm thinking no later than the 10th round. This is going to be easy work. This is going to be easy fucking work.
Of course, it's going to be easy work because at the end of the day, it's about who wants the fight. Law of attrition. That's what it's about, man. Law of a fucking attrition.
Yep.
And in the law, all right, I just fixed it. In the law of attrition, when it's all said and done, in the war of attrition, I called it the law of attrition. It's so funny how me, Ross, and Spence, we've never met each other, but we're all on the same mindset. I've been saying for years this shit is the law of attrition. Spence tells you guys in a press conference, war of attrition. Ross says this is a fight of attrition. We all said the same shit. We just said it in different ways because we know it's about who can dole out more punishment. And when you look at it, who's the punisher? By trade. Who's called the punisher? Once you figure that out, you know who's going to win this fight. Yeah. Who's been punished before by opponents that are nowhere near Errol Spence's level. When Terence Crawford said in All Access 2 my hardest fight was Jose Benavidez. They brought the camera back on Errol Spence. Errol Spence started laughing. He said, "Didn't I tell him when we stood in the confrontation that you went tooth and nail with a one-legged gimp, a
What?
one-legged Jose Benavidez? Because listen, this is the same motherfucker I embarrassed in fucking sparring.
Right.
Y'all got to start looking between these lines and start realizing this fight right here is a one-sided ass whipping. This shit ain't close."
This shit
And
gonna
they
be
be trying to
brutal.
build this shit like it's Sugar Ray Leonard and and Hearns, Tommy Hitman Hearns. The fight is not that fucking close, man. Let's
Yeah,
not be disrespectful.
people gotta remember one thing. If you actually watch that Bud Porter fight and you say Bud stop Porter, you're delusional. And you're the type of
Yep.
person that's dangerous. Like you make up your own reality. Everybody saw that fight. Everybody saw that fight. And one thing that didn't happen, Sean Porter was not knocked out. He was not stopped. He was way more hurt in that Errol Spence fight when he got dropped. Sean Porter wasn't even hurt. That fight, those punches that supposedly stopped Porter didn't even land. They land on his shoulders and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would take that as a real stoppage, you're what's wrong with boxing. Because as a boxing fan, I would have said Errol Spence had to run that back. I would be like, that ain't even no real stoppage. Errol Spence got to run that back. If he won like that, where the punches land on the dude's shoulder, then his father stopped the fight, saying, my son didn't train like I wanted him to train, so I'm stopping the fight. That was already predestined. That was already predetermined he was going to do that.
Yep.
Because he threw the fight.
Yep.
Because you know what? Sean Porter came out looking too good. That's what happened.
Yep.
Sean Porter, that's how you know Bud really ain't like that. Sean Porter came out looking so good that they had to do a bogus ass stoppage for Crawford to win.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do a fake stoppage for Crawford to win because Sean Porter came out looking that good.
Yep.
And then another thing, whenever Bud fans see that Errol Spence is gonna win, or they see PBC fighters doing good, they always start trying to change the topic to something else.
Exactly.
Start trying to talk about Tank Davis and who he's fighting. Boy, we talking about Bud right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Bud. The last time I said Tank Davis is undefeated and one of the faces of boxing. So he's doing
now, you know, here's the thing. When you got a whole bunch of content creators who had channels and their channels disappeared and then their channels came back, this is the problem when you should have stayed on this wave. I remember this particular individual, and the reason why I say I remember this particular individual is because this is the particular individual that he knows had a debate with Spence versus, I think it was Spence versus Ennis or Spence versus whatever, and since then couldn't take the heat in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It was a new year, couldn't take the heat in the kitchen and disappeared. But this is the problem. Everyone that went the D Jefferson route, what happened to them? Just like D Jefferson, they disappeared. And now you have a new name, so clearly your channel disappeared. If you would have stayed on this side, this is the problem when I try to educate all of y'all. Y'all would have stayed on the Batman side instead of the Robin side, you would still thrive. You would still have a fucking channel. You would still be relevant. Notice the difference.
Yeah.
You went the other way, and what happened? And now you back. And here's the thing. This same motherfucker is the same motherfucker that was talking about Jerron Ennis. And now I know you're not talking about Jerron Ennis no more because he's been getting exposed.
What?
So, you know, he's been getting exposed. So now you're going to be quiet about that. Now you're back on Terence Crawford. This is the problem with Terence Crawford and Jerron Ennis fans. When they get together, they always want to jump on something that makes absolutely no sense. I'm not a fan of Errol Spence. I am what is called a believer of Errol Spence. It's very clear. And when you don't have a platform anymore, let alone you don't have the ability to speak anymore, you don't get no link sent to you. This is what can be done. We can do a phone call. We can get you on the phone for 5 minutes, but you got to go ahead and donate and send a cash app or you send a cash app or send it to Tom Ross's Venmo, $100. If we're gonna tolerate and listen to you, You gotta send us $100 so we can listen to you, but it's gonna be over the phone because clearly when I'm looking at your face, something's going on over there that just don't look right, and we don't want to mess up the live stream with your face on it. I'm just gonna be honest. What you gotta say, Ross?
What round would Errol Spence stop Terence Crawford? I want everybody to drop that in the chat.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? 'Cause at the end of the day, when people get through talking, it's not if Errol Spence is going to win. We know that's going to happen. It's what round would Terence Crawford fucking get stopped? That's the question.
Yep.
That's the question. So, Jalik, whoever he is, all these guys coming in, I need y'all to answer this question. At what point is Errol Spence going to stop Terence Crawford? Let me know. Beach Mode said round 10. Big fish, man. Big fish.
Shout outs to Ryan Clark. Shout outs to Jason Creed. Ryan Clark sent $20 Cash App. Jason Creed sent $5 Cash App. Keep sending it in, man. But also, I want it to be this way too. Send it to me. I'm gonna send it to Ross, but also send it to Ross's Venmo. The reason why I'm saying that because I want y'all to get in the habit, because it's a dual thing. I want y'all to get in the habit of sending it to both of us because we both have our things up. Plus, it lets Ross know that it's a psychological thing, but it's also a thing of letting him know that he's being supported when you see that the monies are coming to him. Yes, I'm going to send it to him, but I would love if you guys send it directly to him as well too, so that way it's showcase across the board because we're peers here. So whatever you send me, you should also be sending him too. Meaning this is the way it should be because technically we've been steering you guys right. We've been steering the ship correctly. So if you send me 20, you should also send Ross 20. You send me $2, you should also send Ross $2. The reason why I'm saying that boldly and emphatically is because come on, man. We helped y'all to get back to a level to where y'all can be confident about Spence. We deserve this donation. If we don't deserve anything else, we deserve that because we steered the ship back right. And so much so that, look, we got people in the comment section trying to deter you guys. That's how much we made y'all confident. So send them damn donations confidently, like we giving y'all that confident commentary.
This how I know. This how I know Terence Crawford gonna get stopped. And his all access, he said, just like today, I didn't have any motivation to train. And Bomac was like, no, you're gonna train today. What? You didn't have motivation to train for the biggest fight of your life? He getting fucking stopped, man.
You know why he don't have motivation to train? And I already see what's going on. Not only does he know he's gonna get stopped by Errol Spence, but here's also why he don't have motivation. Why he don't have motivation? The reason why he don't have motivation is simple as this. He thinks he's Floyd Mayweather. He got this little massage therapist in his camp, thinking he's Floyd. People didn't catch that shit. I asked myself who this white chick is. Then when I saw that she was rubbing him and shit like that, I'm like, oh, this nigga think he Floyd because y'all keep telling him he's Floyd. He's not Floyd Mayweather, man. He don't move like Floyd. First and foremost, Floyd can have a harem of women and have a massage therapist that's part of his harem of women, and they all understand this is how Floyd moves. Terence Crawford got a crazy ass baby mama that if you bring any woman within 5 feet of that woman, they're gonna get shot. Terence Crawford ain't like that. So when y'all sit here and watch Terence Crawford moving the way he's moving like how you guys would move in the situation. What? I'm getting this massage from you. You're my massage therapist. Shh. Don't tell my baby mama. Because if you tell her, she's gonna fuck you up. I already see what the situation is.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to put 2 and 2 together. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because everything looks so professional, taboo. But you could tell when 2 people are fucking each other because the way they look at each other. You could tell him and that massage therapist look at each other and they gloss at each other. But when Floyd is looking at the massage therapist, it's very obvious he's getting the obvious massage. She's touching him and everything while the other women are looking and they can't say shit. So he is not Floyd Mayweather. So I'm saying that to say he can't move like Floyd. But y'all keep thinking he is Floyd. And he gonna fuck around and get his ass stopped.
First of all, this fight is comparable to Sugar Ray and the Hearns. And I know they've been saying that to sell the fight, but this fight is more Marvin Hagler versus Roberto Duran. How he just beat the hell out of him.
Yep,
This is more of that.
I agree with that assessment.
Another thing, whenever you're not motivated for the best fight of your life, it's over with.
Yep,
And another thing, quit saying Errol Spence gonna win just because he's bigger. Errol Spence
Yep.
is a better fighter.
yep,
Terence Crawford has been hurt versus smaller fighters. So it don't have nothing to do with size. Errol Spence would beat Crawford no matter what weight class they fought.
it don't matter.
Crawford is just not as good. He's inferior. He's defunct. He's lesser quality. Him and Errol Spence Errol Spence is Target.
Yep,
But Crawford is Walmart.
yep.
It's a different level, man.
Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia. I keep saying this. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I'm gonna say it again. Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia, and he will be treated as such July 29th. It's gonna be a one-sided ass whipping. Simple. It's fucking simple. This right here actually is probably the low barrel of the stock fight for Errol Spence at welterweight. This ain't even a middle of the pack fight for him. Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence is going to be more entertaining.
Right.
Was a more entertaining fight, and you guys got to see what I'm talking about. That's a more entertaining fight than this fight. This fight right here is not what you guys think that it is, man. It's not really going to be entertaining like that. Because once y'all see that, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, damn. And then this when the excuse is gonna come. Terence Crawford was too old. Terence Crawford,
can't use that.
A weight bully. They're gonna say he's a weight bully. Should never have been in 147. Should have moved up. They're gonna say Errol Spence is on steroids. They're gonna say look at his nipples. They're gonna say all kinds of bullshit. Even though we know damn well they got VADA testing these guys out like crazy.
And the reason why they can't use none of those excuses gonna work because Floyd Mayweather did it.
Yep.
Floyd Mayweather moved up from 140 to 147, fought the best guys right away. Yep. Didn't wait around like Crawford. Fought the best guys right away. Fought the undisputed fighters right away. Beat them all. Retired, came back, did it again. Fought guys at 154, beat them all. So if Crawford as good as y'all saying he is, he should be able to do what Floyd did.
Exactly.
So when he loses, there's no excuse about the weight and size because Maidana was bigger than him. Ortiz was bigger than him. Cotto was bigger than him. Everybody who fought at 154 was bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Damn near everybody Floyd fought was bigger than him. Floyd weighs in at 147. He fights at 147, 148. He don't even gain no weight before he fights.
There's only two people Floyd was bigger than. There's Juan Manuel Marquez and Manny Pacquiao, and it's because of their physiology. You can't help their physiology.
But he was the same weight as them.
Yep.
So, like as far as weight, he was the same weight as them even there to fight. They just don't have the muscle mass he has.
Yep.
He's just more muscle. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Floyd was pretty much smaller than everybody he fought. So I don't want to hear the size shit. Crawford would lose because Crawford is inferior to Spence.
Facts.
Inferior.
In every stretch of the imagination. And Jerron Ennis is a big Terence Crawford. That's why Terence Crawford said, I see myself in him. I'm glad he said that because I've been saying that. He's a young pup to Terence Crawford's a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. So I'm glad he said that. They are the same kind of fighter. So if Jerron Ennis wants to fight Errol Spence after this fight, just move up to 154. When Spence is at 154, he'll beat your ass up there too because, you know, when you go to a new weight class, you reset. But for right now, it's about this fight. And 8 days from now, I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no bullshit. Because as you guys see, I'm calm. Just like Errol Spence, he's calm. Just like Tom Ross, he's calm. Because you know why? We know what the outcome of the fight is going to be. We know how this shit going to play out. Do y'all know how this fight is going to play out? We know how it's going to play out. Do y'all know? Because you're going to have last minute guys next week on Friday. I already know it's going to happen. Ross, we have to prepare the ideology here. And hopefully we're live then. You have guys, right, Ross, that are going to be in panic mode. You know, they're going to be in that anxiety mode. They're going to go right back. They're going to need that final reassurance. Man, I was looking at Terence Crawford, man. Remember, we have Big Tyrone 720.
Right.
He put it out there. He's the spokesman for all of these guys that are Budman fans. He said, man, when you look at Terence Crawford, we don't look at his physique. We look at his dick print.
Right.
That's what he said.
And when he said that, I know exactly why Terence Crawford fans, why they're so delusional, because they're turned on. And science even says when you turned on, you lose brain function. You lose brain function because the blood that's supposed to be in your brain goes down to your dick. That's why you do it, make a lot of stupid ass decisions when you're horny. So when these niggas look at Bud, they came out and they said they choosing Bud because Bud package looks bigger than Spence.
Yep.
So y'all like Bud just because y'all think Bud dick bigger. Not only is that gay, but that's delusional, man. That has nothing to do with boxing.
Not only did Big Tyrone 20 said that the reason why he pays attention to Terence Crawford is because of Terence Crawford's dick print. He also doubled down and said, yeah, I was really paying attention to that, and it showed how much of a dominant man that he is because of his dick print. Then he came back and dropped a third comment to say, well, you know, when you have a dick that size and you have dick print, it shows that you're dominant. Then he came back and dropped another comment, and he tried to shame me and Ross for being heterosexual. And we basically said, why don't you just come out the fucking closet? And you know what he ended up doing? He couldn't even come out the fucking closet. So at the end of the day, Big Tyrone 720 speaks for all Bud Man fans. So if you're a Bud Man fan, we know why you like Terence Crawford. It's not because you think Terence Crawford's going to win. It's because you're too busy looking the nether regions. But you know what? Boxing Ego set that up for you guys because Boxing Ego talked about V fucking paper.
Right.
He was saying paper. He was talking about a dick print. He just was very covert about it. But then Big Tyrone 720 said, but I'm one of Boxing Ego's monkey wrenches. I'm one of his wrenches on his damn channel. Right. So I'm like, oh, so you're a direct version of it. So obviously, it's very clear. If you're a Bud Man fan, you're not looking at Terence Crawford to win the fight because you think he's going to win.
Right.
You're looking for his dick print. And you know what I did? I dropped a video in my series and I warned Terence Crawford have 24/7 security around because these niggas are trying to rape you. That's what they're trying to do. They're looking for your dick print.
We got to understand.
It's sad, but it's true.
It's not just Tyrone. It's Jalek the student. It's Jaden Anthony. It's all these guys, man.
Yep.
Because they don't come with no proof. They just say, we just know he's going to win. We can tell. We can tell. Big things come in small packages.
Yep.
What packages they looking at? That's the problem. The problem is what package these motherfuckers looking at.
Yep.
Because they all come off kind of, you know what I'm saying? So what package y'all looking at, man? Y'all say Errol Spence gonna lose. Y'all don't present no truth.
No truth.
No facts. And then when Big Tyrone finally came out and said, this is what we feel as Bud fans, now I understand.
Yep.
Now I understand. Y'all looking at packages. Y'all looking
Big
at
Tyrone. I can't wait till Big Tyrone 720 come in because you know what he's gonna say? He's gonna say, this is what he's gonna tell us. He's gonna shame us and say we're not part of the alphabet. We're not respecting the alphabet letters. We're not respecting the LGBTQ community. We're not respecting, we're homophobic. That's what he's going to say. And then we look at him and say, but you haven't come out the closet. What are you afraid of?
Mm-hmm.
See, when your name is the same name of Will Smith's son and you're getting your back blown out by a formerly known as Kanye West artist, it's very clear that when you have that kind of name as a male, you're gonna get your back blown out. Because what male walks around with a name of Jaden? Like, I mean, who fucking does that? That means you have been set up to get your back blown the fuck out. So clearly, it tells me when you watching Terence Crawford, you're paying attention to what? The dick print. So watch when the weigh-in comes in, you're gonna see a lot of guys that are Terence Crawford fans that are gonna say, "Ooh, Terence Crawford look good," but I'm putting that in your mind. What they're saying, they're not saying Terence Crawford look good physically.
Right.
They're saying Terence Crawford look good because they're thinking of the sausage. They're thinking of
Right.
the dick print. Prepare your mind for it. And y'all need to go everywhere in every channel and say, Budman fans are really covert dick print lookers. Dick print lookers.
Print watch. Print speculators.
Yes.
Speculating on the print. Like
yes.
The fact that he said it and the fact that no Bud fan called him out on it.
None of them. They sat there and they just was like, ooh, ah, and they let him ride for 10 minutes.
No.
I said, oh, all these niggas are suspect.
They in agreement. Silence is agreement. They in agreement.
Yes.
I was like, damn. I'm like, oh, this makes sense because him beating Spence never made sense.
Yep.
Y'all like y'all physically want to get penetrated by this nigga. Like, oh, wow. Okay.
Ron Clark, since you donated the most, we gonna call you out, man. You saw on the community post Ross's and mine's where we talked about it. We showed you Big Time Room 720's comment. So this is on our community post. The way what he was talking about, dick print and everything. He said, I root for Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford's dick print. I root for Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford got a big sausage on him. He made that very clear.
He kept doubling down.
Come out the closet, he would not come out the closet. He kept saying, "Why are you shaming me?" And here's the sad part about it: he had a woman next to him in the fucking profile. So this is what I think is going on. I think his woman was fiending for Terence Crawford, and he's a cuck. So he was feeding for Terence Crawford off the string that she was feeding for Terence Crawford, and they want to run a threesome with Terence Crawford. So basically, not only Terence Crawford fuck all her hoes, but he also wants Terence Crawford to fuck him in the ass too. I think that's weird shit that's going on with them.
But here's the thing: whatever he wants to do with them is gonna have to happen before the fight. Because after the fight, Terence Crawford ain't gonna be able to do shit for months. He gonna be fucked up for months.
That's true.
Yeah, man. So you saw that. So you know
where. Okay, so you saw it. There you go.
But guess what? None of the Buzz fans stepped in and say, "Whoa, that's too much."
Yep.
None of them. They try to step in now and say, "No, we never agreed with that."
Exactly.
Like, no. But that's all of them was in here except for Jalik. Jalik wasn't in here, but I know he agrees because he seems kind of suspect too. All these guys, they were in here and nobody stepped up and said, "Hey, man, you're doing too much right now. You're doing too much. Like, why would you talk about that, man?" They all was quiet.
Yep.
When he said it, because he basically they're probably like, "Hey, man, hey, you exposing us right now." You know what I'm saying? Probably behind the scenes, they probably was like thinking like, "Damn, this nigga, why you talking about the packages?" That's a secret Bud Man fan thing. He ain't supposed to tell everybody that we like the package. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense because him beating Errol Spence never made sense. But now why y'all root for him makes sense. Y'all want to be penetrated.
Salute to King Styles Productions for sending us a $5 cash app.
Salute, man. Y'all want to be penetrated like how Tony Parker used to penetrate the paint. You want to be penetrated by Bud like Tony Parker. That shit crazy.
Gotcha, Ryan Clark. I'm gonna split it. Whoever don't have Venmo, I'm gonna split the bread with. I always split the bread with Ross anyway, so it's fine. If you send it to my Cash App, that's cool too. But Ryan Clark and everyone else, I would highly recommend y'all get Venmo. The reason why I say y'all also should get Venmo when y'all get Cash App, because Cash App is more of a national thing. Venmo is international, and Venmo has a unique feature that you can use where no matter where you at in the world, you can send money. So make sure y'all start opening up a Venmo account for that reason, man. Because Cash App is limited in the sense that if you're international, it's more of a US thing. If you're international, you can't use it and shit like that. So if you're traveling, it limits you. But if you only can send money to those that are also Cash App people. But if you have a Venmo, it's universal, man. You can use Venmo anywhere. So I just wanted to put that out there as a way to kind of motivate you guys to get Venmo as well. But anyways, back to what we was talking about. Now we've left Big Tyrone 720 alone, because that he speaks. He's the spokesperson for the Bud Man fans. Let's be honest, man. When we saw Errol Spence's media day, what was prevalent was the reason why guys are scared and saying that Errol Spence is weight drained and his body's too big is because they know what's about to happen.
Right.
When you see fighters start talking like that, they were saying that same shit that you did as Ugas. When you see them start talking like that, you already know that means they ass gonna get whooped. Appreciate you, Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark sent another Cash App, $10. You coming through, buddy. You coming through. You coming through, Brody. You coming through, brother. We appreciate that. All these other guys, man, y'all could be sending bread too, man, because that's how we make our money, man. They demonetized us. That's how we make our money. So let's keep it very, very, very fucking clear. So the bottom line is, and Ross, I want you to address Jaden Anthony's last comment, because you also said that you saw that at that time, and it's only right that I have my fellow Double Dragons break that shit down.
Thing is that needs to be observed with context. Within context, the question was asked. The question was asked basically, how do we see the fight going, and how the person going to win, and blase, what percent? This was how the question was posed. So that's how the question was being answered. Like, I see this happening, this, that, and the third, blase. But it was never a case of, I'm not sure Errol Spence is going to win. It was never a case of, I got Terence Crawford winning. It was more so, I got Errol Spence winning, but I see this for Terence Crawford. I see this, I see that. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence is going to win. So I'll see what point you're trying to make by saying 40, 41. I'll see what point you're trying to make, to be honest. Because at no point was it ever not 100% Errol Spence is going to win.
Yep.
So I don't get it.
Appreciate it, man.
I don't get it. At the end of the day, what does that have to do with the fact that Errol Spence is going to win?
Exactly.
So see, this is the reason why people disrespect certain fighters. Because y'all feel like if you respect another fighter, you're saying something against the fighter you're going for. All he was doing was saying, like, no, Errol Spence is going to win. But Terence Crawford has had success doing this. He's had success doing that. But at the end of the day, I think he's going to win.
Exactly.
No one ever said it wasn't 100% Errol Spence was going to win. You still haven't proved that. No one ever said that Errol Spence wasn't going to win 100%.
If you didn't prove it, what were you talking about? Because Ross said he saw the video at that time too, and I trust Ross's critique and opinion. Because let me be honest with you, Ross is the harshest, most critique person when it comes to me, and he'll tell me the fucking truth. If I said it, he'll be like, all right, he knows I ain't gonna lie to you. You said it. He would have said it right here on the live, and he wouldn't even bat his fucking eye. But I didn't say that. The problem is people get caught up on one little thing and then they run with it. That's what they do. If that makes you feel good and that makes you feel confident, this is what I'm seeing right now. Terence Crawford fans, not only are they so enamored, Ryan Clark, not only are they so enamored because you donate so much, your name's going to be mentioned quite a lot. Not only are they enamored with dick prints, they want moral fucking victories. This go back to what Ross was talking about. They want moral fucking victories. Like, there's no such thing as moral fucking victories, dog. Like, you know your fighter gonna lose that bad that you want a moral victory? At what, 49%? What the fuck?
What does this matter right now? Let me show you something about splits, right? Because you're alluding and you're just deflecting from the context of that conversation. The context of that conversation wasn't Errol Spence or Crawford was going to win or not. It was how the fight was going to go.
Yep.
Right. 51%. Let's grant you a caveat. Let's say that the context wasn't what it was, and he just said 51, 49%, and then he hung up the phone. Let's say he did that. Did you know 51% means you run a company, and the people
Yeah.
that got 49% can't say shit?
Yep.
They got 49%. But if me and he knows got a company together, it's me and him, and it's two other motherfuckers. If we got the 51%, that means they do what the fuck we tell them to do.
Exactly.
100% of the time.
100% of the time.
So at no point did anybody say Bud Crawford got a 49% of winning that fight. It was always Errol Spence was going to win. We was trying to give Bud Crawford his respect, his little bit of respect he's supposed to get. And that you proving us that we can't even do that. Because when it's certain that he's about to lose, you'll bring up, but I remember 5 years ago, you was respectful. 5 years ago, do you know what 5 years? In 5 years, he damn near lost to Jermaine Green. He almost got stopped.
Yep.
In 5 years, he ducked Errol Spence to go fight Avernus Water.
Yep. All those fights didn't happen yet.
He was struggling against Kell Brook. Got a black eye in 3 rounds. He was struggling against Sean Porter. All this shit happened in 5 years. That shit changed everything.
Yep. Because when he first came in 2018, you want to show him respect because guess what? He green and he supposedly got undisputed at 140. You try to show the man respect. Right. But then all these fucking fights start happening and you're like, oh, yeah, Smith's going to watch this nigga. You already knew Spence was going to win, but then you like, okay, Spence going to watch this nigga. So you mean to tell me that we cannot be resound and be smart and think about it from that aspect? Come on, man. Like, we never saw Terence Crawford win at any stretch of the imagination. But everybody on the planet Earth, when he first showed up to 2018, we was like, okay, we want Spence to fight that dude. Right. Because at that time, he didn't have, like Ross said, he didn't have Kell Brook beating the shit out of him. He didn't have Sean Porter beating the shit out of him. He had none of that shit. But then all of these fights started happening, and it was like, okay, I already knew Errol Spence was going to beat him. So at the end of the day, I got to say, hey, this shit going to be a wash. It's simple. But at the end of the day, I started saying the wash shit his very next fucking fight. And what was his next fucking fight? Jose Benavidez. I said, oh, I'm going to watch this nigga because of what Spence did to him in sparring. See, a lot of people like to get your little soundbite.
Right.
They do this with Michael Jordan. They do this with Kobe Bryant. They do this with Errol Spence. Betas always love to take alpha male's soundbite and run with it. But you said this, not looking at the full picture of what I said. Because I remember when you sent me the soundbite, the very next word I said, but Errol Spence gonna do this. Why do you harp on that?
Yeah, but hold on. That was a whole 2-hour live stream. And you trying to break down a 2-hour live stream with 5 words.
Yes.
If you say that, you gotta say everything else he said.
Exactly.
You gotta say he said that. What else did he say? What did he say before that and immediately proceeding after that?
Because it was an 8-minute fucking video. But you went off of what, 5-second clip? Come on, man.
It's kind of like when Christians throw out the scripture. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And they stopped. But the very next verse said, hear these words, you children of Israel. So that didn't apply to everybody. He was talking to specific people when he said that. And a world just means a class. It could be a world of sports. It could be a world of medication. It could be a world of boxing. It could be a world just mean a class, a society of people. So God loved his world of Israelites that he gave Jesus Christ, not everybody. So I said that to say, y'all don't take everything in context. You take what you want to hear and you twist it. That's the reason why I said you was capping the other day. Because if you wasn't capping, you would have said how the whole conversation went.
And you made it very clear when you said, I'm not going to send an 8-minute video. So right there, you already made it very clear. If you didn't get the full context of what the video was about, then you can't. And if you got to go that far into my story bank to reach, when everything else is definitive, that tells you everything you need to know. That's like a politician that has an impeccable track record, right?
Right. They go to meetings and junior high. They call jacking off.
And people want to go in and look at one little soundbite.
Right. Right. They have niggas dig all in your past so you got caught jacking off in a sleepover. He was a pervert. He got caught jacking over. He was 12.
But you know what this confirms, Ross? You know I like this. You know I like what Jaden and Anthony did, because this confirms what we've been talking about and why we are the way that we are as content creators. This is why it bodes well for you to be authentic and consistent as a content creator, because at any given moment, motherfuckers are looking to try to dissect what you say. When you're a 50 motherfucker, people are used to you being that way. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever. But when you are authentic and consistent person, people are really checking to see if at any given moment you wasn't authentic and consistent, and you didn't prove that. All you proved is you didn't watch the full video to get the full context. And if you lack the understanding and you lack the brain cells, I can't help you with that. But Ryan Clark said he'll have to hit EJ with a Thor hammer mixed with Incredible Hulk punch to KO him. That's his only shot, and I mean only shot in my opinion. Facts. But here's the problem: he don't got the damn Stormbreaker, and he ain't no damn World War Hulk.
But you gotta understand one thing: there's no limits on the people. People drop whole movies in Twitter, man. Mm-hmm. Literally, niggas drop whole movies. I didn't watch it, but I saw the whole movie of Menace to Society on Twitter.
Yep.
So there's no limit. You could have dropped that whole clip if you wanted to. You chose not to.
You chose not to.
The other shit didn't fit your purpose. Keep it
didn't fit it.
You baited ass nigga.
Yes.
The rest of the shit would have proved you wrong. So you grab one little piece and said, "You talking to men here, not children."
Yes.
You talking to grown men.
Because everybody in this comment section know me, man. They know how I roll. So even if you drop your clip, everybody's gonna say, "Let me go watch the whole video." That's the smart thing they're gonna do, because they're gonna be like, "I know he knows." Because when he knows, we gotta watch the whole video, because this motherfucker be talking and rapping the whole video. That's how they know me. They don't know me by a clip; they know me by a video. So you actually did yourself a disservice by just sending a clip, because I'm not known as a clip; I'm known as a video.
At the end of the day, motherfuckers, they know Errol Spence is gonna stop, but they don't even want to talk about the shit. This dude want to talk about everything but Errol Spence and Crawford. He want to talk about shit you posted 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't respond. And I didn't respond immediately after the live was over. You blew up my fucking phone with 100 IG DMs, and I finally responded to a few of them. So tell people the fucking truth. You was blowing me up, man. You was blowing me up like you was a bitch.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand. This is something a woman would do, right? You in a debate. You in a debate with another man.
Mm-hmm.
His woman don't know what the fuck is going on. All she knows is her man is losing.
Yep.
She gonna try to be a distraction. She gonna talk about shit off the side. Don't know what the fuck she talking about. Mm-hmm. She gonna do whatever it takes to try to get you distracted off her man. And that's what he's doing. But Crawford's his man. That's the dude's package who he likes.
Yep. I'm not a big capper. You sent me to add you, accept you. That's groupie behavior. Yeah, then you send me another acceptance again, double groupie behavior. Then you turn around and then started sending me a lot of messages, and then I started responding. There was a time where we were having a little moment of back and forth. That's normal to have that, but you sent way more messages than I fucking sent. Yeah, that's a fact.
At this point, he's getting too much attention.
Yep,
he's getting too much attention. He's distracting because he don't want to talk about the topic because he know Crawford's gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
So he's distracting, trying to make everything about him like the beta he is with the feminine energy. This is what women do. We're giving him too much attention at this point. He ain't talking about shit. He's talking about sound bites and shit you posted 5 years ago and this, that, and the third. Let's say 5 years ago. Let's say if you did say that. That's all you said. That was 5 fucking years ago, man. You ain't telling me in 5 years with all the shit that happened, anybody with common sense don't think Bud Crawford gonna lose 100%?
Mm-hmm.
Bud Crawford has been falling off ever since he came to 147. He's been trash, fighting against weak motherfuckers. Errol Spence been beating champions. Who in their right mind think Crawford can win this fight? Even if you did feel that way 5 years ago, you would be an idiot to still feel that way right now, 2023. Anybody who think Crawford can win this fight is a fucking idiot. What has he done to prove he can win this fight?
Facts.
I'm talking about people who don't look at packages. Any man who don't prove the winner of fight by dick size and packages, I wouldn't know because I ain't looking whose side, so I don't know who's
well,
what.
we know Jaden Anthony's looking at Terence Crawford's dick print. That's why he's defending Terence Crawford. He's defending the dick print right now. He's defending the dick print.
Going crazy over that print.
Yeah, he is.
He's going 5 years. He's doing reconnaissance.
Calling niggas a big capper. That mean we could tell he been fucked in the ass a few times by that dick print. Calling niggas a big capper and shit.
Right. I'm like, we give this nigga too much weight, too much airtime. When we got niggas like Ryan Clark actually donating to the fucking channel, man.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ryan Clark, man, we appreciate you, man. Everybody needs to follow Ryan Clark's trend and donate, man. Y'all may not be balling like Ryan Clark, but donate to fucking motivate, man. Because let me explain something to you guys. Nobody on YouTube like us, and I'm gonna say this again, has been definitive about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and telling y'all Errol Spence is definitively gonna wash Terence Crawford. And see, when you say definitive, it's always meant with opposition, in so much so that people gonna feel some type of way because people can't believe in their minds that someone can definitively whoop someone's ass. Well, to me, Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia. Terence Crawford thought Mikey Garcia was going to give Errol Spence problems. Then when he saw that Errol Spence boxed the shit out of Mikey Garcia, y'all Terence Crawford fans always forget that video that Terence Crawford did right after that fight. He said, man, I didn't know Errol Spence had boxing skills like that. I didn't know he could box like that. I didn't know he was nice like that. How the fuck you a boxer and you don't even know another boxer was nice like that? That just tells me everything I need to know on why he's going to get washed, why he's going to get beat up. Because as a boxer, you know who's that dude and who's not that dude. Every boxer knows that. Especially if you're really in tune with your craft and in your sport, you know. Like Floyd, he always knew Miguel Cotto was nice like that. That's why he said at the end of the post conference, yeah, man, I always knew Miguel Cotto could box like that. You know your peers. How the fuck he didn't know that Errol Spence was nice like that? That tells me that he doesn't know that he's going to get his ass even whooped the way his ass going to get whooped. That's what it tells me as well, too.
But after that fight, he stopped calling Errol Spence's name for a long time.
Yeah, right.
And I know after that fight, he started making the fight more difficult to be made because he never got the other belt.
Because
Errol Spence had to collect all 3 belts.
He was falling for that false advertisement bullshit where people were saying, oh, Errol Spence is just a come forward fighter. Shit.
Errol Spence had to collect all 3 belts, man.
Yes, he did.
That's how you know these guys aren't on the same level. If they were on the same level, they would have the same amount of belts coming in.
Do you want to know why? And people, Ross be like, man, how's that your favorite fight? Because I know Ross's favorite fight. Ross's favorite fight of Errol Spence is the Leonard Bundu because he always talks about how.
It's a Kell
Brook. Okay, because I thought the reason why I thought it was Leonard Bundu is because the way you always talk about he split that nigga's wig. But I can see why you like why Kell Brook's your favorite fight. Probably the Leonard Bundu is your most funniest fight, but the Kell Brook is your favorite fight. Okay, I rephrase that.
Because it was under the most discussion.
Yes, my most special fight is the Kell Brook fight, but my favorite fight is I don't know why. Even Ross be like, why you say that? It's the Mikey Garcia fight because in that fight, Spence was on the back foot for 12 fucking rounds. But y'all gotta understand why that fight was my favorite fight. Ross knows that. That was the fight where I established myself on YouTube. So that's why that was my favorite fight. Because I did a series on the shit, and the shit just made sense. And then to see this nigga be on the back foot for 12 rounds, like I enjoyed that fight. I don't know about other motherfuckers. I was sitting there watching it, eating fucking popcorn, like, damn, Spence ain't even killing this nigga. Spence on the back foot, boxing this nigga up. For 12 rounds, he was on the. That's why I laugh when people say Spence can't box. He did it for 12 rounds. He was on the back foot, dodging his punches, stepping in, stepping out. getting cues from Floyd on the side. Floyd was like, box that nigga, man. Just keep boxing him. Try to don't go for the knockout. Box him. You doing well. Keep boxing him. And then at the end, you could tell his boxing performance was so great that Floyd came to him and Floyd hugged him. And Floyd was like, man, woo, that was a display, boy. That was a display. Because a great savant boxer knows when another great savant boxer does a washing performance, man. They know it. That was a washing performance, man. That shit was beautiful. That's why if you're not a true boxing fan, you can't appreciate the Mikey Garcia fight. And then this is how you can tell the Mikey Garcia fight was a washing. I know Ryan Clark, all you guys are going to go and watch this. Go to the post fight and go watch. I don't know why they don't have that white woman no more on PBC. She always exposed the losers very well because she'll ask you the question in your most compromising time. Mikey Garcia was in the locker room. His face was all disoriented, and she was asking him straight questions like he was fucking competent. That shit was funny as fuck.
Mikey Garcia was looking at Ryu. You know when you lose in the arcade and you be like this.
Yeah.
Like, they ready to be recorded, and you be all fucked up.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia was like,
"Oh shit,
that nigga was fucked up, man."
Cause what's his name? His brother Robert Garcia stepped in to answer the questions, man. That shit was funny. I want y'all to go back and look at that shit. Y'all gonna laugh y'all ass off. Mikey Garcia was like, huh? He didn't know what fucking world he was in. And then Robert Garcia said, okay, my brother can't talk right now. And then he stepped in, man. I love that fight because of everything that happened. I'm saying this to say I don't even think Terence Crawford gonna be like, huh? I think Terence Crawford, motherfuckers, when they try to go to the locker room, Bomac go try to fight niggas. Bomac, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We don't want y'all in here, man.
Yeah,
because Terence Crawford gonna have his split wig. That's what I think.
They're not even gonna stand. It's gonna be so embarrassing because Terence Crawford they try to put him on the Floyd Mayweather pedestal.
Yep.
That he's not even. I don't even think he's gonna even be able to stand up to the fans and come to the press conference after the fight.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be like a lot of bitch ass shit, a lot of excuses. You know, I wasn't the same. It's gonna be a lot of shit because gotta think about it. He's been propped up to be better. Some people have been saying he's better than Floyd. And think about it. Everybody who they said was better than Floyd when they lose, look how they act. Look how Lomachenko act when he lost. Making excuses and shit, crying. Like, bro, you took a fucking L.
Yep.
If people don't understand, Terence Crawford gonna be the next to be properly retired.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, Ryan Clark, you can add a few more people on that list. He properly retired Lamont Peterson. He properly retired Phil Logreco. He properly retired Chris Algieri. He properly retired Chris Van Heater. He properly retired Samuel Vargas. He properly fucking retired. Who else is that motherfucker retired? Kell Brook. He properly retired. I mean, the list goes on and on of how many motherfuckers Errol Spence is properly retired.
They have not been the same.
Lardy fight. I haven't heard about Lardy since, even though he hit Errol Spence with a good shot, because the next 3/4 of that fight, Spence was punishing him. I haven't heard from him. So he retired. Let's just say he retired everybody he's fucking fought. Ryan Clark said, I know I couldn't, I could have kept going.
Yeah,
damn
man.
right. Man. He retired every motherfucker that he's fought against, man. Damn. Okay. He said, I believe he's gonna be a man and say Errol Spence was the better fighter. He's a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence, but he sure came to lose. Okay.
We'll see. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised. Just because so much it's like what they did to Manny. They propped Manny up so much. People actually thought Manny and Floyd's on the same level. It was easy fucking work. Manny couldn't even look at the cameras, man. He was so embarrassed and so heartbroken.
Yeah,
he couldn't believe that.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't realize they was on the same level after the third round. He's like, damn, this is different, man. You could see on his face that he just wanted to get through the fight. He's like, damn, I just got to get through this shit, man.
Yeah, it's level.
He used the whole fight. He didn't know what the fuck was going on in that whole fight. So when he finally landed a punch, he just threw all the punches he had. Because he didn't know what to do.
Yep.
And Floyd was just catching them bitches like, damn, this shit's so easy. Like, bro, that fight was so fun. This fight going to be none different.
And Flatline Promotion is right when he said, yeah, that's why Floyd called him a coward. Because Manny became a coward in the second half of the fight. Floyd actually wanted to fight.
He became a coward after the fight when he started saying he was hurt. And he
He
walked down to the ring.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fucked up, man.
And in the second half of the fight, he damn near looked like he didn't want to fight back anymore. He was just standing there. He wasn't throwing no punches.
Oh, because everything was getting countered. Everything was getting countered. Every time he threw some Floyd, and then Floyd started walking him down and beating him up.
Yep.
This is when you realize, damn, this shit really ain't the same without steroids.
Exactly.
This shit really ain't the same.
It's levels. He realized there's levels.
The only way that fight was going to be competitive if they would allow him to cheat. And Floyd didn't allow him to cheat. That's the reason why they took so long. That's the whole reason why it took so long to make that fight. Because Bob Arum wanted them to allow him to have some juice.
Yep.
And they didn't. And that's what they was like. Hey, tell him you're scared of needles. Tell him anything. Start a fight.
Because now the fight wasn't gonna be the same when Floyd was chopping wood. I said, man, he's fucked. Because Floyd gonna be hitting him with some good shots, boy. Man, he's fucked. When I saw him chopping wood, I said, oh, yeah. Floyd gonna hit him with some snappy shit, boy. And that's what he was doing, man. He had that head going back like a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Terence Crawford gonna use some excuse. I already know one of the excuses Terence Crawford gonna use.
We definitely.
He gave away something, Ross. He gave away something, Ross, when he said, when they asked Terence Crawford, so you mean to tell me you don't save your strength? Oh no, I fuck every fight. I fuck. He gonna use that as an excuse in this fight. Because when you fighting against Errol Spence, you can't be fucking, man. You better have all your energy.
Ain't no
excuse. All your fucking energy. Better all your legs are running.
Ain't no excuse.
Man, I was fucking in this fight, man. You know, and I didn't have my legs under me. I'm telling you, they're gonna use every. We've already seen it before in boxing, man. Guys using any and every little fucking excuse. He's gonna use every excuse that's available to him because of the fact that he got exposed like he's never been exposed before in his life. And this is what I was telling people. Terence Crawford, I said this to Ross offline, and Ross said, yeah, you're right. This is serious. But all jokes aside, let's get serious. We're going to have to pay attention to Terence Crawford on suicide watch for the next month after the fight. The reason why I say this is because Terence Crawford, his whole boxing career, he's been viewed as this undefeated fighter, this guy that always wins and stuff like that. When he finally fights against Errol Spence and Errol Spence reveals him as the smoke and mirrors, because remember, Errol Spence already verbally called him smoke and mirrors. But when he basically reveals him as smoke and mirrors, Terence Crawford's going to be on suicide watch for the next month. Because now all of that's going to be playing in the back of his mind like, damn, I am smoke and mirrors. Right. Damn, I'm not the fighter that I thought that I was. Damn, I'm not that good. This nigga was right. And it's going to fuck with me. And now we're going to need to have him on suicide watch because we're not going to know what type of toll that's going to take on him. The toll he's going to have on his family members, the toll he's going to have on people, because he's always been in a position where he's always won. So now to lose in the fashion that he's lost, that's why he put in the rematch clause. And this is why I know his ass going to lose. He put in the rematch clause. Errol Spence beat me. I don't want no rematch. He put that in the clause because he kind of low-key knows he's going to get punished. Why would you even put that in the clause if you was
who does that?
Who fucking does that?
What boxer says if I lose?
Yep.
Period. What nigga say that?
Exactly.
What nigga in the street say if I lose this fight? If you do say you're gonna lose, when you go into a fight, once you decide I'm gonna fight this nigga, ain't no I'm finna lose in your mind.
Yep.
Even if you scared of that nigga, you bite down and be like, man, this nigga can't whoop me, man.
Yep.
Fuck that shit. This nigga ain't gonna whoop me, man. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be like, this nigga ain't gonna whoop me. He ain't never supposed to say, if anything, he's just supposed to turn down a rematch and not activate it. He ain't never supposed to put it in the contract. I don't want it no more now.
Yep.
Y'all don't understand it. This nigga been calling. This nigga been copping pleas and acting like a bitch ever since this fight been guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
He had not kept that same energy. He's not barking as loud as he was.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
Say, well, how come Earl know the hot sauce? How come Earl know that I don't eat hot sauce? You sound like a fan, man. You sound like a fucking groupie.
Yeah.
Because if you're a boxer, you're not even supposed to reveal that.
You're not even supposed to acknowledge that shit.
You feel that that's supposed to be something inside, internal. Like Ross told me offline. I said, "Damn, Ross said something so lethal." You're supposed to internalize that. Like you're not supposed to verbalize that.
And you supposed to pull them to the side after the whole show, because they don't film them all day.
Yep.
After the show, it's always supposed to be like, "Bo, man, what the fuck, man? How does this nigga know my personal shit? What the fuck y'all got going on, man?"
Exactly.
I need to tighten up. That's it. He ain't supposed to say shit. He's so thirsty to be on camera. He's so happy. He never had a fight this big in his magnitude. He been swallowed up by everything, man. He's so happy just to talk in front of the camera and people care about what he has to say. Because on ESPN, they act like he's not even there. They just be talking to Bob, and Bob like, "Yeah, I've wasted so much money on this guy." Like, right in front of him. This is like, you know what I'm saying? I wasted so much money. And this guy, he's a pound for pound fighter, but he's boring. He can't sell fight. So he's still used to get a little respect because PBC respected him. And he don't know what to do with it. He just talking. He telling these motherfuckers, "Yeah, you know what, low key, I didn't even feel like training today."
Yeah.
I said, this nigga finna get the shit beat out of him.
And you gonna give EJ Depp after that? Doug, that tell me you already gonna lose the fight. Come on, man.
He low key trying to be as cool as possible with Errol Spence because he want Errol Spence to have mercy on him. That's what not understanding. Yep. He want him to have mercy on him. Yep. I remember being in the listen. I'll tell y'all this story real quick, and we gonna get back to business.
Go ahead.
One of the young niggas I put on the set. What?
Why you doing that? I'm gonna make coffee, bro.
We was in two different games, but I'm the one that turned him on into how to maneuver and to be honorable about his shit. But he ended up being with the other gang, BDs and shit, out of the GD, whatever. But I'm the one that really put him on and showed him how the ropes of the hundreds where I lived at. I got two, but the niggas he was cool with, they jumped me. Is that the third? And me, if you jump me, it's not over. If I catch you by yourself, then I need my fair one. I need my one. I seen them and I was like, "Brian, man, what's up, man?" I was like, you jump me with these niggas? I'm the one that put you on. He started trying to explain the stuff. I stole his ass. Boom, dropped him. Got back up and shit, and we started fighting. Boom, boom, boom. And then it got to the point where I started flooding his ass. Boom, 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 boom. And then I was trying to kill this nigga. I swung wild as hell. And I missed and I slipped. And I was whooping his ass so bad, he didn't even take advantage of me falling. He helped me up and like, "Man, I'm gonna help you up, man, because you was always my nigga." And when I got up, I stole his ass again. Like, boom, like, "Bitch ass nigga, don't help me up." But he was trying to be nice because he didn't want me to he didn't want me to really fuck him up. So he was trying to appease my ego and try to be nice so I could have mercy on him and shit. And the shit kind of worked because after a while I just got tired of whooping his ass and I was done with it. That's what Bud doing right now, man. Bud trying to be super nice and be polite about Errol Spence because he wants Spence to have mercy on his ass. He wants Spence to have mercy on, like Spence had mercy on Mikey Garcia. Spence could have stopped Mikey Garcia, but he boxed him. He chose to box him the whole time instead of just stopping him. But we don't realize that Spence ain't gonna have mercy on him because at the end of the day, you can't have mercy on nobody like Bud because if Bud catch you with solid shots in your temple, he can't daze you. He do got a little power. So you can't have mercy on no bitch ass nigga like that. You gotta whoop him. And Spence gonna whoop him from round one to I think he's gonna stop him no later than around 10. Between 8 and 10, Spence gonna whoop him, then stop him. That's it. That's why I keep telling people, man. I keep asking the question: what round do y'all think Errol Spence is gonna stop Bud Crawford? I like the Kel destruction and the Kel Brook fight was the best fight because it was under the most pressure. And Terence Crawford would not have won that fight. Terence Crawford would have lost that fight if he was under that pressure.
I love that question that Ross asked. What round is the fight gonna
man, click on that bitch. Click on that bitch.
Click on that motherfucker again, man, because at the end of the day, y'all need to start asking that question. Y'all need to start answering that question. I'm gonna tell you right now, 8 to 10, Coach Joe, 9 to 10, Ryan Clark. That sounds about right, man. To me, Anything before 10, I'm gravy with anything before 10. I was listening to this dude that's going to the fight, man. I told him, man, that's one thing I'm a little jealous and envious about you with is the fact that you're gonna be at the fight. But you know what, brother? I love the fact that you're gonna be at the fight. So you're gonna have to tell me, bring pictures and everything. This dude at the Planet Fitness said, didn't I tell you the last time? I'm gonna tell you again. I said, how the fight gonna play out? I just like the way you break it down. He said, listen, man, this is what Spence gonna do. And the reason why I wanted that, because Ross know I was so intrigued to hear a third person sound like us. And I'm like, oh, that's how that feels like, man. To see another motherfucker definitive, and Ryan Clark, to hear that you're definitive in the comment section, I like that. So you're the fourth motherfucker. But to hear him say, this is what Spence gonna do. Spence gonna bust them shoulders up.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gonna fuck them guts. He gonna eat up that liver spleen. And then when Terence Crawford can't move, then he gonna headhunt him. I was like, damn. So he said, I got a 9-round stoppage. I got him getting his ass up out of there at 9. I said, damn, 9? He said, yeah, 9, man. 9. That's it, 9. The first 3 rounds, those shoulders are gonna be gone. And I said, why the shoulders? Because Spence ain't gonna want Crawford throwing no bullshit. So he gonna fuck them shoulders up. Then the next 3 rounds, he gonna work the body. Once he fucked the shoulders up, then it gives him access to know that Crawford can't throw nothing meaningful. Because Crawford throw grazing punches when Crawford can't throw nothing meaningful. Then those next 3 rounds, he gonna fuck up the guts. Then once the guts are fucked up, the last 3 rounds, he just gonna be playing with him, toying with him. And then he gonna pick and choose between 7 and 9, which shot is gonna be the shot to get him out of there. But I think Spence gonna toy with him a little bit so that he can let the fans know that I humiliated your fighter. I said, why not 7? Because you say if he gonna systematically break him down to 6, he said because Spence gonna toy with him for 3 more rounds because Spence gotta let Crawford know you're not on this level. I like, damn. And then in the 9th round, you're gonna get him out of there. I like, toy with him? Say, yeah, he gonna toy with him. And he gonna laugh at him. You're gonna see Spence do something you've never seen before. He gonna talk shit. He probably might halfway have his mouthpiece out talking shit and saying, you ain't shit, you ain't on my level. And then he gonna hit him with a shot and get his ass out of there. I like, damn. And he said, and I can't wait. He said, I got good seats. I can't wait till Spence start talking shit so I can record that shit. I like, all right, bet.
But by the time the 8th round come around, Crawford gonna be a punching bag, man. He gonna be there just to get hit, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
He gonna be there just to get fucking hit, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Shout outs to everybody who donated to the Cash App. That's number 1.
Yes, man. And continue to donate because let me tell you something, man. The tallies are coming up pretty good. And at the end of the day, donate to motivate, man. You know, so me and Ross, you know, we can enjoy our weekend, man. Anything y'all give us, man, because we're frugal men. You know what I'm saying? So anything you give us, we appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
That's money. That's money that we can use for DoorDash. That's money we can use to go get something to drink, and it's off the strength of y'all, man. So we appreciate y'all. That's money to give us our self-care. That's money Ross can re-put back into, you know what I'm saying, his books. That's money I can put back into me basically having the energy to do more videos. I mean, come on, man. Donate to fucking motivate.
Exactly, bro. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't see this going no longer than 10. Because what's the name is more bigger and more durable than him.
Yep.
And you rarely see guys get hurt. You always see Terence Crawford get hurt. Because we all know the body work coming. But don't be surprised if Errol Spence dropped Crawford to the head.
Yep.
Crawford been hurt by weaker punches.
Yep.
I think you can't tell me Gamble Boy hit harder than Errol Spence. Can't tell me that. So don't be surprised if Errol Spence drop him to the head, man.
Yep. There you go. Ryan Clark sent another $5. Appreciate you, man. Damn, Ryan Clark, you're a superstar today, boy. Listen, man, Ryan Clark, I'm gonna tell you right now, because of what you donated, you got free reign next time around, man. Next time around, we exclusively gonna show your comments because you literally have donated to a level to where you get free reign next week. We would appreciate if you give us some more donations next week too, but you got free reign, man. We gotta show love to guys that show us love. And the reason why is because, you know, Ross has influenced me that way, man. When guys are showing you love, you got to show them love. So next week, man, we're going to give you some free reign with your comments, man. He said, Earl would have destroyed Mean Machine and Jose Benavidez in 6 rounds or less. before and after the wreck. Facts.
Easy.
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 Yep.
And the fact this motherfucker with tooth and nail.
Yep.
Because Benavidez almost won that fight. That's what people not understanding, man.
Mm-hmm.
Benavidez almost won that.
He did.
You supposed to be on Errol. You supposed to be on Floyd Mayweather level, and you struggle with Benavidez on one leg.
And when you fight in the biggest fight of your career, you don't give the other fighter trade in secret. When you giving trader secrets to say this, is how you can tell Terence Crawford never been on this level because everything counts. When you sitting here saying Benavidez was my hardest fight, you're telling Errol Spence a trader secret that okay, so if Benavidez is your hardest fight, okay, so that's your cap. So if that's your cap, if that's your ceiling, all I got to do is just go a notch above that, and I'm gonna wash you.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're telling me I don't even need to be my best to wash you. I just need to go a notch above him to wash you. You got to be careful what you say to these fighters, man. And that's how you could tell Bud has never been on this level. That's why he's never been an A-side, man. That's why you see when Spencer's talking and saying, I'm the A-side, let's be honest, because this was the negotiation. I was laughing when Spence said this. Terence Crawford said, but I got these belts. Terence Crawford said, okay, can you take those belts to the bank? Can you cash it to the bank?
He got one belt.
Do people know who those belts are? Like, basically, he was trying to say the 140 shit. Spence was laughing at it, though. This is what Spence said. Can you cash those belts to the bank?
For money.
Like, if you go and take those belts to the bank, do people know that they're worth something? Right. Basically, do people know that you have a name? But people know that I have a name, so I'm the big dog. And then he was like, well, you know, that's because it don't matter. I'm the big dog. And he shut down. So clearly, just off of that, Terence Crawford has lost a mental warfare fight. Every mental warfare fight, Terence Crawford thought that he was going to say he lost. Like when he said, I'm going to reel you in with a harpoon. He already lost. First of all, foremost, you can't reel in a megalodon shark. You can't reel in a shark, let alone a megalodon shark. A prehistoric shark that's damn near 100 feet. You can't reel him in with a harpoon.
Right.
Your boat is gonna turn the fuck over. That's not happening. So when Spence said, man, get the fuck out. He wanted to say get the fuck out of here, but you could tell he chilled on his words. He was like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You can't reel me in with no harpoon. It better be a submarine. Because at the end of the day, he know Terence Crawford ain't got no fucking submarine. Let's be honest.
For real, man. At the end of the day, everyone knows. Even Bud Crawford fans know Crawford's going to lose. That's the reason why they're making all these sidebar conversations. They know he's going to lose. And that's why I keep asking the fucking question. Not who's going to win, but what round is Errol Spence knocking out Bud Crawford?
Exactly. You know Yep.
And that's another thing, man.
And you know what? Errol Spence, here's the thing. And Ross gonna laugh when I say this. Ross gonna be like, man, you gave me an idea. Because I know Ross. Yeah, that's a community post. Errol Spence stopped Terence Crawford. Now we're gonna say Terence Crawford wasn't even better than Mikey Garcia. Ooh. At least Mikey Garcia survived. We're gonna say he's not better than Mikey Garcia. I can't wait for that shit, boy.
Me personally, I ain't gonna say that because I know he is. But that's an angle you can say because that's what Bud Crawford was using.
Even though I know Crawford fans were training the same, even though I know he blew up in weight, I'm still gonna run with that angle. The way they promoted Terence Crawford, bro.
But Crawford fans was using that. Errol Spence didn't stop Mikey, so he can't beat Crawford.
Yep.
So don't get mad when people use it against you now.
Don't get me mad when I use it. Don't get mad when I use it. I'll be like, damn, Mikey at least got beat up for 12 rounds. This nigga got stopped. Right. So he wasn't even better than little Mikey.
Right. And the reason why I'm not gonna go that hard because I know Crawford really got fans. Crawford got Errol Spence haters, and the moment he loses, they're jumping on to the next person. So at that point, now I'll just be attacking Crawford. I won't be attacking his fans no more because he don't have fans. Yep. He's having fans all the way up until that first round. That first round go ding. That he gonna have spectators watching him get whooped.
And we're not ignoring rematch clause. You just came in. We talked about rematch earlier. We said this. Terence Crawford put in a rematch clause that once Errol Spence whoop his ass, he's not getting a rematch. He
You
doesn't
don't
want a
want to
rematch.
rematch.
So we made that very clear. Earl Spence actually didn't want a rematch, and that's what's held the fight too. Earl Spence like, you're not confident in yourself. Why do you want a rematch clause? A lot of people don't know that Earl Spence said that. Why you want a rematch clause? It was Bud that wanted the rematch clause, man, because he wasn't confident. Let's be honest. If you nice like that, you supposed to say, man, what the fuck? Rematch clause? What the fuck you talking about?
But when you know you in there get somebody you have no business even being in there with.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, these two guys aren't on the same level. Bud Crawford was supposed to wait for Errol Spence to get undisputed and then take over. But he want to get in the way, start throwing his name in the hat. Now look at him. Now he in there with somebody he should never even been in there with.
Niggas got mad when I said that, and I'm glad Ross reiterated it. I said Bud should have always been that dude when he came to 147. Wait until Earl Spence moved up, because guess what? Earl Spence wouldn't even be going for undisputed. He would have moved up quicker, based on the trajectory of how shit was going.
That's not true. Errol Spence always won undisputed, but he would have got it already because he wouldn't have to worry about Crawford ducking for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
he would have already got it. He would already got it. But this motherfucker right here, he put his name in the hat. Now he the one that got a good whoop.
He said, "Do you think it was a mistake? Does he go after this beating?" Well, here's the problem. Terence Crawford. They say Terence Crawford is promoting himself. Thanks for the correction, by the way, Ross. They say about Errol Spence wanted to be undisputed at 147. I should know better. I should have said that. And you're right. When he said, do you think it was a mistake by his promoter signing the contract, Crawford? Where does he go after this beating? Terence Crawford has a promoter, but it's unofficial. His promoter is Golden Boy. I don't know what y'all keep thinking. Y'all keep thinking Terence Crawford is independent. It's Golden Boy, man. It's fucking Oscar De La Hoya. It's Golden Boy Promotions that's unofficially promoting him. Terence Crawford is really not independent, man. He's not independent like y'all think he is. And here's the thing. The reason why Oscar De La Hoya put him in an unofficial promotion is because Oscar De La Hoya don't even trust him. Because if he trusted him, he would have officially promoted him. It's one of those things where, okay, let me see how you perform against Spence. And if you perform and you actually do the supposed whatever, then we gonna add you to the roster and we're gonna give you a fight deal. Because you guys have to remember, Bob Arum was right when he said that. He said nobody wanted Terence Crawford. Remember, before Terence Crawford went independent, Terence Crawford was a dependent nigga. He was in that dependent mindset. He was shopping around promotions looking for a promoter, and nobody wanted him. People forget that shit. Nobody wanted him, man. That's why he went the independent route, because nobody wanted him.
That's right, man.
So he's unofficially being promoted by Golden Boy, but then at the same time, it's supposed TBC. Terence Crawford, this. The reason why Al Heyman don't have no problem doing deals with Oscar De La Hoya is because Al Heyman knows how to keep the foot on Oscar De La Hoya's neck, and Oscar De La Hoya knows how to play all the way to the T when it comes to Al Heyman. That's why fights like Ryan Garcia and Tank was made. All of these things are made so easy because Al Heyman knows the skeleton in the closets with Oscar De La Hoya, and that's why he's able to make those fights like that. That's just happen fast.
Mm-hmm.
So those fights are always happening. But you guys have to remember, who did Terence Crawford sign with? Remember, he was standing next to Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. You think he was standing next to them as a formality? Y'all forgot that shit happened. He's unofficial. He's an unofficial agent with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion. Basically, it's a test trial. This is what it is. And Ross about to laugh. They treat Terence Crawford, supposedly an undisputed 140 and a 147 fighter, like when Carmelo Anthony was begging to come back into the NBA, and they said, okay, here's a test deal for you. Let's see if you're worth the actual deal. You have to prove you're worth the fucking deal. That's how they treat Terence Crawford, like Carmelo. Mm-hmm. And niggas not paying attention to that shit because Bob Arum was right. Bob Arum said, Terence Crawford, I'm the only one that invested in your boring ass. Nobody wants you. So when you leave here, nobody's going to want you. And Bob Arum was right. Because all of these promoters by not signing with Terence Crawford, they're letting you know Terence Crawford don't belong on Errol Spence level because they all knew Terence Crawford was smoking mirrors. Because if he was really nice like that, they would have signed him in a heartbeat. Who doesn't sign a superstar fighter in a heartbeat? Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
You're right. You got to think about it, man. And that's the thing. That's what I always hated Bob Arum. He's bad for boxing. Oscar De La Hoya started to be bad for boxing. Eddie Hearn's bad for boxing because when they sign black guys, they don't really sign good. They don't sign the top talent.
King Styles dropped another $5 super chat, man. I super chat, Cash App. I had to say that real quick, bro.
They don't sign the top fighters because they don't want to have to pay them. That's the thing. They rather pay white motherfuckers who's not as good than to pay top guys. That's why Floyd had to leave Bob Arum. And any black fighter going to fight with Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, and them, knowing how they treat black fighters, they're either ducking top smoke, or they wanna be in that crowd of. I ain't like Floyd. You see me, I ain't go to PBC. I can't be out. I don't want to be like Floyd. Floyd is a disgrace. And look at them. They always get shitted out of their money. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Terence Crawford was never that good. It was smoking mirrors, just like Manny Pacquiao. It was smoking fucking mirrors, man. Just like Pacquiao, man.
Yep.
Pacquiao got up in there with Floyd and said, "This shit is totally different." Like, what the fuck is going on?
And Juan Manuel Marquez warned him. He said, "Man, listen, Manny Pacquiao he gonna lose. I've been in the ring with both of them. He's gonna get beat up." He said it straight up. Right. He didn't even hesitate. He said it straight up.
Crawford,
he warned him.
And Crawford, he mad at Bob Arum right now. And actually, but he can't be too mad because he wasn't in super huge fights anyway to begin with. But he should be happy.
Honestly,
hold on. Let me get this off real quick. Hold on, let me get this off real quick. He should be happy because without Bob Arum, he would never get undisputed.
Exactly.
He would never get undisputed. That's the only reason why he going to the Hall of Fame. He get undisputed at 140. Other than that, his career has been laughable.
Yes.
His 147 competition, all trash.
Horse fucking manure. And let's be honest, Terence Crawford has to be indebted to Bob Arum. Like, thankful. Bob Arum not only made him the fighter that he is in terms of us talking about Spence versus Crawford, because it was all Bob Arum's heavyweight lifting that made Terence Crawford even a name for us to even put next to Spence. Right. It's everything that Bob Arum did to protect Terence Crawford leading up until this point. So Bob Arum low-key get all the fucking credit because not only did he protect Terence Crawford, gave him all the crappy-ass fighters for him to look good against, he allowed Terence Crawford to get to this point to where he can even have an Errol Spence fight, man. So Bob Arum, as much as I like to get on Bob Arum when it comes to shit, when it comes to Terence Crawford, he deserved all the damn credit when it comes to Terence Crawford. That's the only fighter who deserves all the credit for it, man.
He did a good job, Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford can't really act like he was getting raked out a lot of money because his fights wasn't making a lot of money.
So technically, he was getting fair price.
He was getting fair price. That's why Bob Arum so mad. He's like, I cheated everybody else. I ain't cheat you. I'm losing money with you.
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Bob Arum actually did the right promotion with Terence Crawford. He actually promoted him right because Terence Crawford is here now because of fucking Bob Arum. Come on, man. Who else would give you Hank Lundy, Raymundo Beltran, Juan Molina, Victor Postal? Come on, man.
No.
Ricky Burns.
Crawford is a bad fighter. And you saying he's not a killer? That's what he's known for, killing. But he's been fighting bad competition.
Yes.
Crawford is not, put this way, I won't say he's a bad boxer, but that conversation is stupid. We're talking about undisputed fight. And you broke the fight all the way down to whether he's a bad fighter or not. That's irrelevant. He's about to fight for undisputed. So he's a great fighter, according to the world. It ain't he's not a bad fighter. He's a great fighter. We're saying he's not as great as people say he is.
Yep.
So that's the thing. I hate when people lower the bars. Stop lowering the bars. Stop sucking the dick of these people. They're just human beings.
Yes.
I like Errol Spence. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. But if Errol Spence starts falling off and Errol Spence gets whooped, I'm going to say Errol Spence got whooped.
Like, man, yeah, exactly. I'm be right there saying that shit too.
I'm gonna say he's falling off. I'm gonna say he should. I'm gonna say he should have smoked that guy. He should have never struggled against this guy.
And we're on wax for criticizing him when he was drinking and blowing the fuck up. And after the car crash, we criticized him, but at the same time, we gave him we did it very balanced. We gave him tough love. We gave him love, but we criticized him at the same time too.
We ain't use the shit to go viral.
Yeah, we ain't use shit to go viral. About
that shit as soon as it happened and say shit I didn't know about. Some people reporting that Errol Spence was dead, man.
Some people was too busy being such haters. They were showing him having his face and ass and shit. I mean, come on, man. Motherfuckers, boy. And the people that was videotaping that, I'm glad he changed his circles, because you can't be around people that's going to expose you like that. You know what I'm saying? That means they don't have your best interest at heart at all.
Right.
Fuck them. Because niggas are going to wild out. But you need to be around people you could trust, that when you wilding out, they're not doing stupid shit like that.
Why they
violating your trust and shit?
That's the reason why John Morant in trouble now. You got around people who film every fucking thing.
Yep.
Like, bro, niggas like, hey, I forgot to tell you, you on live right now. How you telling me I'm on live after we've been talking for 30 minutes?
Exactly.
Like, you the feds. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the problem. It ain't Crawford that's gonna test Spence. I done told y'all that. If Spence ever gets tested, it's gonna be at a higher weight class. I think it's gonna be like, and Ross might agree with me. I think
people not paying attention. Spence already.
It might be a one.
He passed the test. Kell Brook tested.
No, he already been tested with Kell Brook. He already been tested with Kell Brook. We know that. But I'm talking about like the next test. The next test is probably gonna happen at what, 160? What do you think, Ross? 160?
Yeah. Or 154. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know the future holds. But this how you know people are so they just know Errol Spence is gonna win this fight, because now they talk about the sexuality of Errol Spence.
Yep.
Now they talk about the sexuality.
When in actuality, Blood Man fans are looking at what? Dick prints, right?
Right. Saying something they don't know. You don't know if that's true. And I never heard that. They said it was an origin. Yeah. You don't know if that's true. Now you gossiping.
Were you there? Were you there?
Now you gossiping. That's what shit women do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Were you there? Like, were you involved in it? Like, the only thing I could think of is you probably involved in an orgy if you're saying there's an orgy. Like, were you there?
The fun thing about it is the niggas who talk this greasy, if they see Errol Spence, they'll ask for an autograph in the hug.
Exactly.
Man, hey man, get in this picture with me, dog, blah, blah, blah. But exactly. That's the reason why they can't put their face next to what they say.
And then
there's always a letter.
Canelo might be a test. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Errol Spence, the whole Canelo trajectory for Errol Spence is no longer a viable option that makes sense, because Canelo lost to Bivol. Once Canelo lost to Bivol, he lost that cachet. If Errol Spence was entertaining him in his mind, he lost it, man. Right. There's no longer of a cachet to beat Canelo. Like, it's no longer there anymore. And then Mel's gonna get embarrassed or whatever. Maul's gonna clean that shit up. Like, Spence don't need to fight Canelo. Y'all need to get Canelo out your heads, man. What Spence needs to do, and if y'all being realistic boxing fans, stop talking about these spectacle fights. Talk about reality. After he gets undisputed at 147, he move up to 154 and he clean out 154. Like, let's be realistic here, man. Niggas always on.
Now what they be doing? Reason why they always doing looking at specialty fights and spectacles is because it's a beta mentality. When a beta see an alpha win, they always want to. First thing they want to do is downgrade the win. Then they want to find somebody else who they think will whoop the alpha.
Facts.
So they talk about Canelo because they know Canelo fight at 174, 175. So that, man, maybe Canelo could whoop him. That's what they really want to say. Maybe Canelo could whoop him. They don't want to see real fights in boxing. They just want to see guys who are dominant lose. That's a beta male mentality. Why don't you want to see this guy move to 154 and fight everybody at 154? We so used to Canelo ruined boxing. We're used to the guys who got the cachet fighting everybody except for who he's supposed to fight.
Yep.
And either fighting people way smaller than him or going up and fighting people bigger. So if he lose, then he can say, I dare to be great.
Exactly.
But in the black boxing community, there ain't no dare to be great. If you move up and fight somebody and you lose, you just lost. So no, Errol Spence will fight people at his weight class.
And beta males are so beta. They keep saying Spence needs a money fight to get attention. Spence been making money, man.
Where's that attention?
Spence been making money.
That's a money fight. Y'all don't understand. Everybody talk. My auntie talking about this shit.
Yeah.
This at least a 1 million at the minimum 1 million fight. I see it being 2.
Yep. Yeah, I can see 2.
Because Tank Davis and Garcia did 1 million, and nobody would even talk about that until they announced the fight.
Yeah, that
people
shit
been
did
waiting on this fight for years. I see this shit doing 2.
2. I see this shit doing 2, and don't be surprised if this shit is so big that it might do 2.5. Don't be fucking surprised.
When the last time Canelo did 2?
Exactly.
And if this shit do 2, I'm counting on Canelo.
Yes.
Because you want to know why Canelo could have been doing these type of numbers, but he wouldn't fight the real fights.
Exactly.
And when he did fight the real fights, it was always some dumb shit. He had Danny Jacobs in 3 different clauses: catchweight clause, rehydration clause. You can't speak on certain things. He had all types of clauses on this nigga.
Yep.
And like a bitch, he took the contract.
And this is like Ross always say, a cancer survivor. He did this to a cancer survivor. That's why Canelo, that's why I say, if you're a Canelo fan, you like Canelo, you have no fucking backbone, man. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. He did this to a cancer patient survivor. Like, you ain't shit, man.
First of all, this nigga coming off of beating cancer, and a month later, you talking about, do you want to fight?
Exactly.
Then you know he coming off cancer. Then you say, all right, we can fight, but you got to weigh in at this weight class, and
I'm gonna dehydrate you.
This weight class. Basically, keeping him in a cancer-like state for the fight.
Exactly.
He a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. You can say that shit again. Yeah. And then when Mel was announced, you saw Canelo. Canelo got shorts right now saying, check this shit out. Canelo got shorts. I don't know if you saw the shorts, Ross. Canelo got shorts talking cash money shit, saying, this is the shot that I'm gonna hit Jamel with. I'm gonna hit him with this body shot. I'm gonna hit him with this headshot. Right. When you see Canelo is talking cash money shit, you get knocked the fuck out, man. He know he's gonna win.
Everybody knows this is a cash grab.
Yes.
Everybody knows this is a cash grab, man, for Charlo.
And Mel so damn stupid, he don't even realize what the fuck going on. Because he want to outdo his brother, dumbass.
Man, it ain't about thinking. People always ask dumbass questions because they don't want to talk about Errol Spence beating the hell out of Terence Crawford.
Yep.
Was he did Floyd Mayweather lose or not?
Exactly.
No, so he was unbeatable.
There you go.
He was unbeatable.
Yes.
He fought against everybody that he could fight against, and he beat them all easy.
Check this out. Check this out, Raw. Notice when it comes to Floyd Mayweather, when it comes to Andre Ward, they always have a level of vitriol with those guys. They hate them. Because you know Andre Ward, they say, oh, he retired too early. No, Andre Ward retired on his own fucking terms. Yeah. They don't like that shit. Oh, Andre Ward could have fought 5 more fights. Andre was like, no, I retired on my fucking terms. They hate Floyd because Floyd beat everybody ass up. They hate Errol Spence because guess what? Errol Spence keep retiring boxers. They hate that shit.
You gotta understand, these people want to talk about anything but Crawford losing to Errol Spence.
Yep.
They want to talk about anything but that. When at the end of the day, being your own boss don't mean you handpick your fighters.
And Floyd, talking about boxers that you weren't even alive to see, fuck out of here, man.
No, Rocky Marciano fought against him. He fought against the most overrated. He had the most overrated resume in boxing history. He only beat 6 champions.
Driver.
Floyd beat over 22 champions.
Yep, he beat Uber, Lyft, and cab driver.
So now I like this conversation to keep going because now I see who don't deserve respect.
Yep.
C.S. Smith don't deserve respect.
Yep.
Hayden Allen, he like packages, so he never deserves respect. P-Rock don't deserve respect. They don't understand.
Yeah, remember, he's a Crawford fan. He like Dick Prince too.
But you know what's happening right now? Ignore all this. Let's get back to Errol Spence.
You know what it is? They're trying to. It goes back to your original point. They're trying to avoid the fact that they know Errol Spence gonna beat Terence Crawford. Right. Don't want to talk about that shit.
Right. So ignore that.
They're trying to get off topic, man, because they know.
Hold on. I know how to eradicate all this. Keep talking, Floyd. Floyd. Keep talking. I know how to eradicate all this.
This is what it is, man. This is what it is. And the bottom line is simple as this. They don't want to talk about Errol and Crawford because they know Earl's gonna wash Terence Crawford, man. Let's be honest.
I got.
And they saw the media workout. They saw the media day workout, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Then what they all came to the conclusion of.
Because as long as they ain't here, they're gonna have to look at this.
Yes. What round would Errol Spence stop Terence Crawford?
Hold on, take that down. I thought the Errol
you want to spell the name right. Yeah, you like me, boy. You got to make sure that thing right. What round does Errol Spence stop Terence Crawford?
Terence Crawford.
They hate Floyd, but they hate Ward, and they're gonna hate Spence for the same reason. They hate Arrowfield fighters, man. They hate them because them niggas were too good.
Beta males hate anyone who's dominant.
Yes. Oh, let me put the right one.
Yeah,
there you go, the right one.
Yeah, you're on the right one.
There you go. I'm on the right one. There you go. What round would Errol Spence Jr. stop Terence Crawford? There you go. Whoosh.
That's what the fuck
it's
I'm
talking about. If round Errol will stop Crawford. Round 10. There you go.
And one thing I realized when I asked this question, the motherfuckers get hushed.
They get hushed,
I start hearing that barking.
Hey, higgity hush.
I start hearing that barking.
Yes.
Yeah, man, motherfuckers want to talk about everything. Niggas want to talk about dream fights between Andre and Floyd. Yep. When Andre started boxing, Floyd was getting ready to retire. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you want to talk about dream fights now? Fuck a dream fight. At the end of the day, who gonna win between the fight that's gonna happen? Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. What round? We already know who's gonna win. What rounds is Errol Spence gonna stop him at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Terence Crawford, Hyman at the media workout. He made it hard. He made it hard for me to watch Terence Crawford portion.
Yep.
I'm a lie. I had to keep going in and out. Dude, that's want to talk about shit.
Yep. And stop the bullshit with the conspiracy theory. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is Errol Spence gonna stop Terence Crawford. Re-ask that fucking question again, bro. Because I think you need to re-ask it again because it seems like every time you ask that question, we getting motherfuckers telling us what the round stoppage is gonna be.
This shit ain't got nothing to do with no Freemasons, no Illuminati, no Council of Foreign Relations. This is about boxing.
Yes.
Look around with Errol Spence Jr. stop Terence Crawford.
Yes.
Yeah. This ain't got shit to do
with Ross, back to your earlier point, because you did mention that earlier point earlier. You said you couldn't watch through Terence Crawford because of the dude. This dude even brought up your point. He said, "Did y'all see that hype man at Terence Crawford media workout?"
Right. What the fuck was he talking about? It's reasons like that. The reason why Terence Crawford gonna get stopped. He got people in his corner like that.
Yep.
Like you the greatest, man. You got the power. You got the strength. Like, is he the greatest? Do he got the power?
Yep.
Like here's something people not bringing up. Terence Crawford cheated in his last fight.
Exactly. Last two.
He pulled his last fight. He pulled the Tyson Fury with the gloves. And the LDBC is giving him a pass just because he's one of their fighters. No, I'm bringing that shit up.
He brought Sean Porter and Kell Brook. And we could say Kell Brook, he should have been disqualified because how you hit a nigga with your elbow, which is a disqualifying hit, but you knock him out? How you hit a nigga with your elbow, but it's a knockout? Because he hit Kell Brook with his elbow.
Kell Brook was never really knocked out. Kell Brook just threw that fight.
Exactly. How you hit a nigga with your elbow? How you hit him with your elbow? That should have been disqualification.
Kell Brook was whooping Terence Crawford
ass.
All of a sudden he went down.
He went down.
Yeah. No, man. Don't say great live now.
Don't great live now.
No. And put the question back up. He knows.
Yes.
Don't say great live now.
We running that motherfucker right back. And guess what? Since you was talking all that cash money shit, you want to say great live? Donate to motivate. Donate to motivate.
Don't say great live now.
Donate to motivate.
Answer this question. What round would Errol Spence stop Terence Crawford?
That's it.
That's what
I want to know. He can't say that, man. He can't say it, bro. They don't want to accept it. So donate to motivate, man. Donate to motivate. Then we'll halfway appreciate when you say great live, guys. Donate to motivate. Matter of fact, since we've been putting up with your bullshit, $20 donation, man. Because you've been giving us some bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Just real talk.
Hey, what the fuck is these niggas talking about, man? At the end of the day, Errol Spence ain't a matter if he gonna win, it's how you gonna win, man.
Yes.
And I got no later than 10th round stoppage.
Listen, man, I got it. Anything before 10.
in brutal fashion.
Yes. Brutalizing devastation of utter destruction. That megalodon shark is going to be swimming in that ecosystem looking for who he's going to obliterate next. Do you guys know megalodon sharks, they die? You want to know how they die? They die because they eating everything in the damn ecosystem. And now they die because their body is eating itself. They can no longer feed. That's how they die. They don't die because somebody killed them. They die because they can no longer eat anymore. That's what happens. So I think Errol Spence's career is going to end because Errol Spence is going to end it on his own volition and say, you know what? I can no longer box the way I want to box anymore. So I retire. Yeah. I'm saying that to say that. Just like Andre Ward. Andre Ward knew when it was time to hang up the gloves. Floyd knew when it was time to hang up the gloves. So Errol gonna know when it's time to hang up the gloves.
He built them.
Thank you. Bob Arum did build.
He fucking built them.
Bob Arum did build Terence Crawford.
So have you ever, could you imagine somebody throwing a Chihuahua over the fence where there's a bull mastiff?
Yeah.
Can you imagine how quick that death's gonna be? That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. You about to see a Chihuahua fight a bull mastiff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gruesome in there, man. It's gonna be crucial.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be right here on live with my cognac, throwing it back, probably with a good cigar.
Today, that day, Ross is gonna give you a version of his profile, which was called Tom Ross TV Raw, where he had the cigar, and Tom Ross TV Uncut, where he had the cigar and he was. I'm probably gonna put that profile up with the cognac. And me, well, you know what? I do like, at the end of the day, I do like this one right here. So let's just keep it that one. Because at the end of the day, it's smooth. We're going to keep it like that. Now, if you want to put in the background the cigar, you can do that. But we're going to keep this one. This
I'm going to be in real life with the cigar.
Yes. Yeah. And then me, I'm going to get my Azu tequila. I already told him I'm going to get that Azu because guess what? It's an Azu type of fight. So I'm going to be in a Azu mood. I'm gonna go out there and spend that. What? How much that bottle? About 100, 120. I'm gonna spend that motherfucker that night. I'm gonna be drinking.
I like Tito's vodka.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking that shit like water. And the reason why I'm going expensive that night is because it's gonna be an expensive ass whooping. That's what it's gonna be, an expensive ass whooping. And we're gonna give you guys a great live. We're gonna give you guys a great pre-live, during live, post live. Right. And we're going to do a clowning reaction live. Y'all going to get 4 lives from us that night. So enjoy, sit back, and we're going to have them preloaded for y'all. So enjoy, sit back, and enjoy, because while these Bud Man fans, this is what we're going to see. We're going to see a heavy participation of the Bud Man fans in the pre-live and in the during live. This is when they're going to start disappearing. Towards the middle, after, and then they're going to completely disappear in the post. We ain't going to see them no more.
That's good.
All we're gonna see is heavy.
We don't need nobody in the post looking at nobody packages.
Yep.
It's gonna be all niggas who get pussy in the post.
Yes.
We don't need nobody looking at nobody packages talking about somebody look cute, another man look cute, or I like I'm gonna have my hair braided, or I like how you got your hair. We don't need nobody giving no sexual innuendos to another man.
None of that bullshit.
You know what I mean? So all y'all in here, y'all know who y'all are. We ain't calling out no names, but all y'all in here who love looking at packages, stay away.
Well, we call out one name, Big Tyrone 720. The Big Tyrone 720 left a very vivid imagination in both our heads that we was like, what the fuck? Double down, triple down, quadruple down, quintuple down. Like, what the fuck? Who does that?
Him, the nigga that called himself Juicy and Jada. Y'all say y'all ass back, man.
Yeah. And then and also Jalik, because he came in to let us know he's a dick print writer too. He came in momentarily, let us know that too.
If y'all gonna come in, please refrain from talking about niggas' packages.
Yes,
refrain, man.
And it seemed like some people got hearing problems. I'm gonna say it again: during, middle, during, post, and clowning y'all reaction live. We're doing 4 fucking lives. So how many times I gotta say this shit? And they all gonna be preloaded, fucking loaded, because we already know how this shit going down. So get ready for it.
That shit gonna be ugly, man.
It's gonna be brutal. Next fucking week, man. Can you believe it? Next week is right around the corner.
Finally, this motherfucker ducked for so long.
Yes.
Crawford tried his best to duck this fight.
8 fucking days. In 8 days, we're gonna see the brutalizing devastation of utter fucking destruction, man. We're gonna see tactical aggression, technical punching placement, body snatching work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style. We're gonna see that conglomeration of punishment. That's what we're gonna see. This nigga getting taxed.
Yeah. And his eye gonna get shit. Every fight, blood his eye get fucked up. So now since he fighting against Errol Spence, it's over with. And
his vocal face gonna get broken.
That's gonna be so much. That's gonna be so much content for Marlo TV.
Yes.
When Errol Spence take his eye, because we all know he's the one who came up with that.
He's the one that came up with it. Eye snatcher. That's his shit. I don't even
touch it. So Marlo TV going crazy when Errol Spence take that nigga eye, man.
Yep.
And any nigga try to come behind him, try to make content, I'm getting on their ass.
I'm gonna get on their ass. That's Marlo TV all day, every day, man.
He's the one that came up with the eye shit, man.
He came up with the eye snatcher, man. That is his shit.
Champ Side been stealing from him.
Yep.
D-Town Boxing been stealing from him.
Yep.
Fucking Boxing Ego. These niggas have no shame. Showbiz the adult. These bitch ass niggas have no shame. Y'all steady be donating to them niggas, man.
Yep.
They be making us have to beg y'all ass, man. Like that shit, that don't make no sense.
Yep. You know, it's funny you said that, because I said to myself, damn, man, when he did the eye snatcher, I said this shit gonna go viral. Another global catchphrase. Because back in the day, back in 2019, when I came up with foot on the necks, man, that shit went so viral.
Yeah,
they was using that shit in Black Lives Matter. I was like, oh shit. I even had got to a point where like, should I use this? And then, I never said this, Ross. I'm saying this on live now, but in my mind, the back of my mind, can I say this? Because they were even talking about when you beating us up, they keeping the foot on the necks.
Mm-hmm.
I remember on Madden, if old boy is here, he would tell me that. On Madden, he said, man, I think Madden done took your phrase. I went on Madden that year, and Madden said something that sounds similar to my shit. When the football player hit a touchdown, foot on the necks, keeping the foot on the necks. I'm like, that shit sounds similar as fuck. So that shit went viral then. So I was like, okay, let me see if somebody else gonna have a viral. And this nigga with the eye snatcher, that shit viral, man. That shit is crazy. To the point now where you see it everywhere on every platform, man. And if niggas are not sitting there in their soundbite saying we keeping the foot on the necks, or niggas in their soundbite saying eye snatcher, what else are they gonna say? And like Ross said, man, 2 guys they get copied like it's going out of fucking style. It's myself and fucking the real Marlo TV, man. For all the times we've been copied on YouTube, we should be getting a fucking paycheck, bro.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, Ross has been copied too, not off no catchphrase, just off of material. Champ Side got no fucking backbone, because all this he was just covering sports, and then he started going into black movement and black life. Man, that was a playbook from Ross. Right. And then Showbiz started copying you when Showbiz said, well, you know what? I got tired of talking about boxing. I'm a rapper now. Now he want to talk about real life shit. I'm like, man, the only motherfucker that was talking about real life shit was Ross.
Right.
Because let's be honest, even I wasn't talking about real life shit like that. I was more focused on sports, basketball, and boxing. The Ross came in and started talking about every fucking thing. So everybody got their lane and what they created. And the 3 of us are fucking pioneers, man. And our shit get copied like it's going out of fucking style. If I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys go with the Snowfall, Ross created a lane in Snowfall that now all these Snowfall content creators are copying him, and they don't even look good doing it.
Because they're not from the street, so they don't know how to break the shit down the right way.
Yep.
They basically saying what the writers said. The writers have narratives to give to black people that's approved by the people who back the show.
Yep.
But if you live the streets, you understand that the show's saying something totally different from what the writers even intended.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you got people betting 500, 600 on a fight on Crawford. They got money to give away, but they can't donate to the fucking platform. Yo, you giving away $600? You about
to be homeless. You about to lose your apartment because you betting damn near your half of your rent or damn near your rent, but you can't donate to the platform. I mean, come on, that's helping you to donate the right way. Come on, man,
bro.
If you was really about your money, you would have donated all that money in Spencer's favor. Then your bet would have been on point.
Like I said, when niggas is turned on and they don't have control over they mind, they do shit without thinking. That's the reason I'm glad my big brother gave me the game early. No matter how horny a bitch got me, she'll never have me acting out my body, man.
Exactly.
I forget these niggas acting out their body because they like his package.
Yeah,
they like his package, so they put 500 on his fights. Who put 500? Who put 500 on a Crawford win?
Exactly.
Even when he fight against people that's trash, I don't bet on him because I don't know. He might lose.
Oh, so, I sent Ross that damn comment. Jordan, 6-time Bishop. Now you should be donating. You should be donating, man. You know you should be donating. You know that. You know you should be donating because you already know the drill. Another cash app from Ryan Clark came in. It was $5.05. Damn, boy, that boy ain't playing. He ain't playing.
But that's the problem is one person shouldn't be doing all of this by themselves, man.
Exactly. And we know Ryan Clark is balling. We know he got bread, but we don't expect y'all to be donating like him. But at least everybody should have donated $20. Because if you got $500 to put on Crawford in a bet, that shows me y'all all got $20. Everybody here should donate $20. We've been giving you guys 2 hours and 27 minutes on a live. Come on, man. $20 ain't shit.
This nigga putting his whole rent money on Crawford, bro.
But I want
you wasn't paying attention to economics at all. You was not paying attention to economics.
Nah, he ain't paying attention to that.
Because that's not a good investment.
It's a horrible investment. That's a horrible fucking investment. All right, Ross, I sent you that comment because I really want your take on it too. Let's he you know how sometimes when somebody say a fire comment, you got to give him just a little credit. I want your breakdown on it. He said this. This was his theory. He said, "Hey, he knows. Do you see EJ and Tank Davis being Kobe Bryant and Kevin Durant, where Kobe signs KD shoes and says be the greatest, basically passing the torch once he retires from the sport? I know we'll have to wait, but I have heard you and Tom Ross say Floyd is MJ and EJ is Kobe. So I'm thinking Floyd is MJ, EJ is Kobe, and Tank Davis is KD. Do you see where I'm going with this? Correct me if I'm wrong. Unlimited pressure.
Only time will tell, but so far it's looking good. So far it's looking good. You know what I'm saying? Only time will tell, though, man. But
I ditto to Tom Ross's comment. I really don't have too much to say on that because when it comes to boxing, it's an individual sport, and guys have to prove what they do. Like EJ still got to prove he's Kobe all the way through and through. Because let's be honest, Kobe has a wealth of a fucking career, and the bar is high comparing him to Kobe. So EJ still got to get through that career before I can even say he's fully Kobe. But we know Floyd is fully MJ because Floyd's career is done. And just like MJ, they both undefeated, dog. And they both basically are the springboards of their careers. MJ's a springboard of boxing. MJ's a springboard of basketball. Floyd is a springboard of boxing. You know, when you say you don't talk, and that's a Tom Ross terminology. You don't talk Floyd Mayweather if you don't talk boxing. You don't talk boxing if you don't talk Floyd Mayweather. But it's the same thing with basketball. You don't talk basketball if you don't talk Michael Jordan. You don't talk Michael Jordan if you don't talk basketball. But for EJ to get that Kobe Kobe has done something so significant in basketball. EJ still got to do more. Because remember, Kobe's won rings after rings after rings. So even after EJ get undisputed, we could say he's in the beginning of it. But now EJ got to go to 154 and then get undisputed again. Then he got to go to 160 and get undisputed again. This is how much Kobe has done for me to then start saying he's Kobe. Then that would be his repeat. Then I could say he's really certified Kobe. If you see where I'm going with this,
yeah,
like
undisputed is no light thing. So he don't. I think he undisputed at 147. To me, he don't necessarily got to get undisputed ever again. But everywhere he go, he got to be at least the lineal champion.
Gotcha.
The lineal champion means you're the champion. Because let's be honest, there wouldn't even be no lineal champions if they didn't make all these fucking belts.
That's true.
The only lineal champions because niggas don't have time to get all these fucking belts.
Yep.
But when you're the lineal champion, you are the guy at that weight class. If he leaves it and becomes the guy at every other weight class that he goes, then man, he's on the right track. But even people like WDA, I'm gonna say your name just one time. Even people like you are being fooled. This fight right here is a duck. It's a cherry pick.
Yep.
Yeah, you tired of Canelo cherry picking white guys. This fight against Charlo is a cherry pick.
It's a cherry pick.
He's supposed to fight Maul Charlo, not Mill.
Maul, big Charlo. Y'all supposed to be boycotting. Y'all supposed to be boycotting Canelo versus Charlo because it's not the right Charlo. And this is what boxing did. You can't knock Al Heyman for doing that because Al Heyman is a true businessman. Okay, I didn't give y'all Maul and Charlo. I'm gonna give y'all Mel and Charlo. But this, even with Al Heyman, y'all supposed to go back at the drum board and tell Al Heyman, no, we're smarter than this, Al. We don't want to fight. That's what y'all supposed to say. And then Al Heyman, being the true businessman, he is okay. They don't want to fight. Canelo, you're gonna have to step up and fight David Benavidez. Charlo's not available. Fight David Benavidez. That's what he would have done. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all felt he gave y'all the substitution, and y'all said, "Oh, it's still great." So he's gonna make his money. It's not gonna stop making his money. Yeah, that's if y'all stupid enough to say, "Yeah, it's a great fight." Al Heyman's gonna promote it. Yep. I mean, come on. Like if I was in Al Heyman's position, I would have done the same thing. Oh, these dummies want to fight. Fuck it. I'm gonna make all the money in the world. Fuck it. I'm gonna promote it.
Yep, because at the end of the day,
y'all stupid enough to say I don't want to fight, and Al Heyman's gonna change it.
It takes two weak ass fighters to allow a duck.
Yep.
I gotta understand this. Jamel's ducking too. He's ducking shoe.
Yep.
Because Jamel, in his mind, I'd rather lose against Charlo than shoe. Because at least I can say I dare to be great. What he don't realize is that Mexican bullshit don't fly in the black community boxing.
Exactly.
The black boxing community. Ain't no dare to be great, boy. You took your ass up there and got whooped. Fuck is you talking about? You dare to be great. You dare to get your ass beat. That's what happened.
Shout outs to Jordan, 6-time Bishop. He sent $1 super chat. I mean, it's $1 cash app.
Salute, man. But let's be honest. I'm going to say something people not going to like.
Yeah, go ahead, Ross.
If you send, listen, because we got a joint venture thing.
Yeah.
If you send $1, just keep the dollar, because that means the money. That means you need the money more than we need it, right? If you just send $1, because you understand one thing, right? It takes about 30 cents for him to split that dollar.
Exactly.
Like so, when it comes to that, when it comes to little shit, sometimes I tell him don't even split it with me. Yeah, it don't even make no sense. After a live stream, if the only shit nigga got is $4, I'm like, bro, don't even split that because it's gonna cost you $1.20 to send me my $2.
Facts.
Like it's gonna cost money. Like, nah, don't even send that. So I appreciate it, but no respect. If you only get a spare $1, keep that because shit, probably your baby need Pampers, probably struggling on the rent and shit. So just keep that because that's what that's saying to me. That means you really struggling, so you don't really have the money to send at all. You feel me? So
yeah, we don't want y'all to be in a compromising position. Bread. If y'all in a compromising position doing that, it's not going to be beneficial to us.
Yeah, because we want people who are happy to see us, not people who feel like they got to get. Like you send $1, that means to me that you probably got like $10 to your name.
Yeah,
so you send $1. Yeah, that's all you could give, and I appreciate that, but don't give that. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing we could do with $1, and nothing. And obviously, you need that $1 more than us. So hold on to that $1, man, and spend it the best way you know how. You know what I'm saying?
The minimum that makes sense for us because of the change exchange and everything, and that's why we ask it. Preferably 20, but the lowest minimum 10. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 and up is good.
Man, you good, man. We appreciate it, man.
But Jordan, we still appreciate you because you know what? You made the effort to send us something.
Yeah.
And you still got other motherfuckers in here. They ain't even saying shit, but they so wordy with their comments. But you sent us something.
Yeah, but when you in that predicament to say, man, I really want to say something, but I'm down bad, and I'll salute that, man. I'll salute that all day, just so you don't, because you obviously you need that, man, and you need to keep that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, Bernie the boxer, or whatever his name is. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to him because I still got 5 more videos to do today. So I think what we're concluding this live, we at 5 in. So I got 5 more to do, and he's on my shit list because Ross said it 2 times. And I said, okay, I got to do the series video on it because if Ross couldn't make it through that media workout, I think you know what, I didn't even get to that part of the media workout because I only watch about 10%, 20% of Terence Crawford. Because I tell y'all, man, when I watch Terence Crawford, I lose brain cells, so I can't watch most of his shit. That shit be hurting my feelings. But I watched all the Errol Spence media shit because to me it just makes sense to watch all his shit because it's just fire. It's fire all the way through. This shit is fire. But Terence Crawford talking about thug life. Once he said thug life, I said, okay, this nigga. I said, this nigga. I said, he just proved me right. Nigga missing a few fucking screws. I said, the gunshot to the head done fuck this nigga up, boy, because this nigga talking stupid. Like, he ain't even talking right.
Or Bomac. I don't even know what the fuck they be talking about half the time. It's like they think about, if you ask me, they think about the best way to answer the question and not just answering it.
Yes.
And while they're thinking about how they're going to answer it, they don't know how to have a pregnant pause. They're speaking their thought process out loud. So if you was to speak their thought process out loud, you will sound disoriented.
You sound stupid.
Because your mind thinks about so many things at once. It's a computer.
It's just like you write, right? You write like you talk. You're not gonna be a great writer.
Right. They speak in fragments and shit. And it's half fragments, brother. Like, bro, what the fuck did he just say, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he didn't even ask you that. You know what I'm saying? He's like say me. You know, because Bomac is a motivation. Say me. Look at me. I didn't even want to train today. Nigga, you knew. So you mean, hold on. So you mean tell me you knew you were shooting all access today? You knew this was the workout before the media day. You talking about you ain't want to train today? Is you just talking? Are you just talking, or just trying to say what you think people want to hear, or you really think this? Because if you really think this shit, you really finna get the shit beat out of you.
And it's Fat Bomac of all people that's trying to motivate you to work out. Whoa, you really, you gonna get your ass whooped. This is what happened.
I really want to work out. He had to drag me out of the bed today. What?
This nigga, let me tell you what happened. Terence Crawford ain't never seen that kind of money before. That's why he hired that damn cute ass massage therapist. He probably finished fucking her, and he had no fucking energy. And then Bomac's like, motherfucker, you gotta go run. He like, I gotta go what? After he finished fucking, I gotta go what? You know how after the niggas finish fucking, they tired of shit.
Yeah.
I gotta what? And he was like, all right. All right, I'm gonna go and do it. This you could tell this nigga's never been at this level. Cause even the women he got around him, he ain't even dealt with women like this before. Everything with him is new. Mm-hmm. It's new. It's new. It's fucking new, man. And he don't know how to act. That's why he even said it. If you heard him when he drove the car, he said, I'm glad, and I'm gonna drop a series video on that. He finally told the truth. I like Terence Crawford sometimes because sometimes the truth come out of that nigga. When he was driving the car, he said this. I'm not gonna lie, man. This fight is a big fight. Nigga, you were sitting there in the press conference trying to act like this fight was like every other fight, but you waited until you was driving in the car by yourself to say, I'm not gonna lie, this is a big fight. It's a big moment. Now you told us the damn truth. You know what it is. You've never been under these bright lights before. So stop capping, man. When you get around Errol Spence, tell the truth.
Man, everything about this is swallowing him up whole, man. He's overwhelmed by all this shit, man. Terence literally overwhelmed. He's literally overwhelmed, and he got an excuse for talking the way he talking. He's been shot in the head, but Bomac, Bomac, and if you ask me, Bomac, the reason why he talk like that, because his stomach thinks for him. His stomach override his brain. His brain don't control what he say. His stomach be speaking for him. That's why he always talk about food and shit. No matter what he talk about, he always start talking about chicken wings.
He say hot sauce.
He always start talking about brisket. Like, yeah, because you know what I'm saying? Because Errol jab is great. But at the same time, when you put the brisket, when you take the brisket, you put the fry on the bone, you're like, what the fuck?
Yes, that is true. He always talk about food because
why you talking about
where
food?
did the hot sauce reference come from?
Like, what the fuck? That's why right now this is the greatest press conference he ever had because the things of the press conference been about food. It's been about crawfish.
You know what else it is too? He ain't got Bob Arum there to say, "Shut up, Negro."
Right.
You talking too damn much. So he not used to that shit. Okay, now let me block this motherfucker. Purple. Oh, my bad. Let me hide that shit.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Purple face crying. What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah. Y'all gotta understand, man. This motherfucker is so happy about this press conference that he gonna eat so many baby back ribs. He gonna have enough money for baby back ribs for the next month every day. But why they think about baby back ribs? Errol Spence gonna be getting baby back ribs in the motherfucking ring. He gonna be tenderizing Crawford ribs all up.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Cause I see motherfuckers not understanding. I don't understand, man. We serious about this.
Drop the comment again. We already know what comment's coming. I'm ready to post that motherfucker. Cause we need y'all answers. Jay Cooley, all of y'all, we need y'all answers. So we're gonna post the comment again. There you go. We asking the question right now. We need the world to tell us what round is Errol Spence gonna stop Bud Crawford? Tell us. I got anything inside of 10. What y'all got?
Let us know, man.
Anything inside of 10.
We all know who's gonna win.
Yep.
We all know.
This is how confident Spence was. Spence said after this fight, I'm moving up to 154. So I mean, you can't talk like that if you don't know you're gonna win. After this fight, I'm moving up to 154. Here's the way he said it too. And he was talking to Jim Gray. Jim Gray said, how's this fight gonna end up? You know what Errol Spence said? Errol Spence said one-sided ass whipping. Jim Gray was like, man, you just sound so sure in that. Yeah, it's a one-sided ass whipping. Yeah. And after that, moving up to 154. He's like, I've never seen somebody just so confident since Floyd Mayweather talking like this. Yeah, one-sided ass whipping. I'm moving up to 154 after this. That's it.
And that's the thing right there, man. Look at this. This is beautiful, man. We got my first predicting the stoppers.
That's it.
We're the only platform. We're the only tandem who got people saying emphatically that Errol Spence gonna win.
Yep.
Look at Champside. Look at all these guys. Look at Bossa Eel. These niggas talking about they don't know how the fight gonna play out. It's gonna be a good fight.
Contender regime. All these motherfuckers. 50-50 motherfuckers.
I know how it's gonna play out on fucking stoppage.
Yep.
The only way it ain't gonna be no stoppage if this motherfucker fight like Mikey Garcia just to hang on.
Yep.
Just to survive. Just fight like this the whole fight and then just get beat up.
Yep.
But even then they supposed to stop it if you ain't throwing no punches.
Yep.
Because truth be told, Mikey Garcia would still have a career right now and they would stop the fight when what's the name was saying stop this, man.
Man, when Derrick James said stop that shit at round 5. When he said stop it at round 5.
Derrick James like, man, stop this, man. This is not right.
But it was an ego thing. They didn't want to stop that shit.
They was like, we'll never stop it, little Mikey.
Yeah.
I said, these Mexican motherfuckers crazy.
Nah, Peter said Mikey got to die for La Raza. He died for La Raza that night.
Right. He didn't put it all over La Raza.
He died for La Raza that night. Shit.
It don't matter if you're an Errol Spence fan or not. When you have a content, you're supposed to be a boxing platform. Then you have the right to emphatically choose who you're going for.
Exactly.
Not a right. That's the right ain't the word. You have the obligation.
The
to
obligation.
Emphatically pick the person you're going for. Not to stay in the middle and not to play double dutch to see who wins so you can jump on that side. Like, no, these guys are afraid to be men.
Yep.
They're even when it comes, even when Ennis gets in this position and he gets ready to fight somebody else who got a name, they're gonna do the same thing.
Same thing.
Because it's not about the fighters; it's about
Yep.
their platforms. They
Yep.
think their platform is gonna take a hit if they're wrong about something.
And it doesn't. If
It
anything,
doesn't, man. It's okay to be
we've proven
wrong.
it. Me and Ross have proven it time and time again. Your platform don't take a hit.
It's how you handle that loss of your platform.
Yep.
If you start making excuses, if you start lying, if you just be like, you know what, I was wrong about the shit.
If you do it the way IBFP did it, then you get fucked. You get fucked over. Like after the Mikey Garcia, he should have just made the public proclamation. Yo, he knows got this one. If he would have done that, he would have saved himself a lot. But he couldn't fucking do it. And see, it's how you go about it. And this is the thing. I think people saw the aftermath of that and they were like, well, I'm gonna stay with 50-50. Because they saw how even trying to do that fucked them up. With IBFP, it was like, I'm gonna do 50-50. No, man, make a position.
Your platform is already set in stone. It's how you handle yourself, man.
Exactly.
A loss don't stop people from coming to your platform because they'll come even more now to make fun of you.
Exactly.
It's how you act. You start complaining about it, then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You just get on with it. Get on to the next fight. You know what I'm saying? But this shit right here, this I'm gonna play. You're gonna see a lot of these fan bases, they're gonna start losing. A lot of these big fan bases, they're gonna start losing more and more and more credibility as they go on. Because they keep on this 50-50 shit.
Yeah.
They keep, because niggas, there was living long as it wasn't niggas like me and he knows in the picture. Now niggas like me and he knows in the picture that just be like, man, we think such and such is gonna win. Win, lose, or draw. We think such and such is gonna win. We think, and then we just deal with it. They can't fuck with people like us.
Yep. And every time we keep laying on a pick and it keeps bolding in a victory for us, it's that much more is exposing the 50-50 motherfuckers. Even when we lose, it exposes them because guess what? Damn, man, these dudes right here are tried and true. That's what you call masculinity. That's manhood. Regardless where you swing, regardless where your pendulum swing, you swung it somewhere. You didn't let your pendulum just hang. You swung that motherfucker somewhere, man. That's how that shit rolls. So it is what it is, man. But anything you want to say, man, in closing?
Nah, man. At the end of the day, just like Mikey Garcia wasn't the Mexican Mayweather, Terence Crawford ain't the next Mayweather. He gonna get punished just like Mikey Garcia got punished, but a more brutal fashion because Terence Crawford liked to trade. And why he trades, in the midst of him traded, his ribs gonna get baby back tenderized. You know that's all I got to say.
I'm gonna tell you this, be brazy, because you've been fucking with both of us for a minute, so we can say your name. Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia. I've been saying this and I will continue to say it from now up until the fight. He is the black Mikey Garcia, and he fuck around and get stopped. I can't even call him the black Mikey Garcia. I'm gonna have to say worse than Mikey Garcia. That's what I'm gonna have to say. And then just leave it at that. So when it's all said and done, when you guys see the ass whipping happen the way it does, prepare your minds. And I'm speaking to the Terence Crawford fans, because you have to understand why I tell you prepare your minds, because Terence Crawford is not going to be around, so you can't look at his dick print. So you need to prepare your mind for the depression and the anxiety of the fact that you're not going to be able to see this man's dick print for months, probably years. So prepare your mind for that. And Terence Crawford, make sure you go and start doing mental health counseling and sessions, because I'm honestly seriously worried about suicide watch with you, because I know when you lose this fight the way that you're going to lose this fight, you are going to be fucked up in the brain, because now it's going to come to your mind that you were smoking mirrors, and that shit's going to fuck you up bad, and you're not going to know how to handle it because of the fact that you've been smoking mirrors all your career. Now, what Errol Spence had said so many years ago about you being smoking mirrors, about Top Rank having the greatest matchmakers, about you basically being a smoking mirrors fighter, is going to start playing in your head. So this is what I'm saying. Terence Crawford fans, stop looking at his dick print and go and console Terence Crawford. Don't go and touch him. Don't go and try to, while he's down for the count, laying on the bed, don't be trying to go and get after his dick. Try to console him and basically say, look, Terence Crawford, we deluded you. We lied to you. We was just ESJ haters. and we really didn't believe in you. Like, tell him the truth. That'll ease the pain for him. Because with all of y'all lying to him and deluding him, and then on top of that, you turn around and then coddle him, but you coddling him because you want him sexually, that's only gonna fuck with him even more. Just tell him the truth. Just say, you know what, we was only picking you because we hated Errol Spence. Every fighter that they pick against Errol Spence because they hate Errol Spence, just say that. If you say that to him, then he's gonna accept it more that he was a smoke and mirrors fighter, and he'll understand it, and then he'll just be like, all right, you know what? That's what I was. I have to accept it. I have no fucking choice. It is what it is, and I'm gonna ride with it. And then we'll just leave it at that, man. It's been real. It's been easy. Me and Ross about to go ahead and start splitting these cash apps. So we appreciate y'all. Because today y'all finally did something y'all was supposed to. So we salute to y'all. Even though the heavyweight lifting was from Ryan Clark, he gets the chief support. But everyone that cashed app, everyone that donated, we appreciate you. King Styles Promotions, Jordan 6-time Bishop, even though it was $1, we appreciate y'all. Everyone that donated, we appreciate y'all. But all these other motherfuckers that's in here, so comment happy, so comment gun ho, start opening up your wallets, especially if you know you got $500 to donate on fucking fight. Open up your wallet and donate to motherfucking Motivate, man. We appreciate y'all. This was a great fucking live. You know we gonna keep it coming. And like we said, fight night, pre, during, middle, post. So you're getting 4 fucking lives, man. And they all gonna be good. And the post live is just gonna be a conversational piece to where we celebrate. Ox, I want you in that post one because we're gonna be celebrating, man. I'm gonna be on my zoo. Ross gonna be on his cognac and his cigar, whatever you sipping on, man. We gotta celebrate that because there's gonna be a culmination of 5 years of us being definitive and telling everybody that Spence was gonna stop Crawford. And then to see that happen, I mean, that's a celebration. I think I'm gonna be celebrating for the next 30 days after that, to be honest with you. Like I'm gonna need a reprieve to celebrate because now the end of the tide. Manny Pacquiao got beat up, Canelo got beat up, Loma got beat up, Tio got beat up, and now Crawford got his ass beat up. I'm gonna be happy, man. All these motherfuckers got exposed, and now there's no way for these motherfuckers to run with somebody. You can't use Jerron Ennis, too fucking young. You can't use nobody else. You're just gonna have to. They're gonna have to go to a dry state, a dire state, where they're just gonna have to deal with whatever's in front of them. Slim fucking pickings, which is gonna be good for those guys on that side because now we don't have to hear their fucking mouths for a while, man. And that's what I'm looking forward to. What the fuck you gonna have to say now? It's been real. Appreciate y'all. It's been easy. Peace.
Peace, bro.